this video is 2 hours long, so to not disrespect your time and do a stupid-ass intro of me going, hey guys, what's going on? We're gonna jump straight into it. We're gonna be watching another Caddicarus video. This one specifically was highly recommended by people in my stream, so I thought, hey, we just got done watching the Digital Circus, and now that we've done that, I need something relaxing to calm me down, to help bring my brain back down to a level of sensibility. Oh, who am I kidding? This is Caddicarus. We're just gonna lose our mind even more, aren't we? Anyway, this is the ugly world of the PS2 EyeToy. And honestly, facilitating my yearning to want to watch another Caddicarus video, whilst also giving us something to wind down with, this feels like a good choice. So, take it away, Caddy.
A time of acceptance. And yet, for a select few people...
You know what, on second thoughts, guys, I think we need to find another video to watch. I don't think I'm in the emotional state after watching the Digital Circus to be able to watch this. I don't think I've got the stability. I don't think I've got the stamina. Oh, Caddy, how on earth do you make a 2-hour video on a PS2 EyeToy tracker?
Some things never change. Oh, sorry. Are you the man from the skip?
Kind of funny, actually. I've seen some photos of Caddy recently. The dude has lost so much weight. Like, he's going through his, like, post-twink death, re-twinkening arc.
What are you doing? Oh, I see. Are you not gonna jump out and break everything? You don't want to upset the neighbors? Okay, I'm going, I'm sorry. PlayStation 2, the best-selling suitcase of all time. It's hard to understate just how important this thing was when it came out.
You remember when things didn't need to be whimsically designed? They just gave you a rectangle like this and were like, hey, yeah, this would be great to play your games on and use as a thermal device in the cold winters. Oh, -5 degrees, plug in that PS2, load up Spyro, and you got yourself some heating.
And even today, it deserves nothing but the highest dignity and respect for what it... It's hard to understate just how important this thing was when it came out, and even today, it deserves... It's hard to understate just how important this thing... And even today, it... And even...
Me and my computer when it crashes after me having been worked on some art for 5 hours and I forgot to save.
Oh god, he got out. It's time. The house has been compromised. Arm the nukes. Thanks, mummy.
I fucking love Caddy's sense of humor. Guys, I promise you that not all British people are like this, but some of us who went to the dumbfuck school of learning things, we all have a similar vibe. And I think that when I got to hang out with Caddy at the dumbfuck school for learning things, we both agreed to each other that when we graduated, we'd make it the rest of the world's problem.
And even today, it deserves nothing but the highest dignity and respect. And
I say the word vintage on a PlayStation 2. You know, the moment I realized I was getting old was when I went around a younger person's, like I had a friend who's like quite younger than me, and they had a retro game wall. And I knew that I was getting old when on that retro game wall was the PlayStation 3, a PlayStation 2, and a Nintendo Wii. They're retro now! Like and subscribe for existential dread!
millions of people still remember and cherish it fondly. But do they? Because despite selling over 155 million units, and most humans I've interacted with owning or at least playing a PlayStation 2 at some point in their lives, there's one element, one snippet of the PS2 history that often raises an eyebrow whenever I bring it up. The smaller PS2. The EyeToy was released in...
One of my friends had one of these, and I thought it was the coolest fucking thing ever. I looked at it on top of their big, bulky CRT TV and going like, whoa, that's like future technology. And then we spent an hour trying to calibrate the damn thing, only for it then to not work and us to play Xbox instead.
in 2003 and is a camera accessory for the PS2, which projects your own self into the TV and finally allows you to stroke Sonic. And letting you touch animals with your dad in the background sitting in a chair wasn't the only thing the EyeToy could do. It was also made for you to play a handful of exclusive games, all based around motion detection, color detection, and even sound detection.
Wait, EyeToy? But I already have one of them.
Even though Sega had technically come up with this idea 3 years prior with the Dreamcast Dream Eye, that idea went just about as far as the colon, meaning that EyeToy was the first commercial version of camera-based gesture controls in console video games, which would then get furthered along with the PlayStation 3's PlayStation Eye, which would eventually pave the way for touch-based game control with the PlayStation Finger.
Which then paved the way for cameras to be inserted into a headset so that people can project themselves into virtual reality in a certain virtual chat, if you will, to then ERP with all their favorite fans on the internet. No longer were they limited to the projection of their Gaia Online ERP, they could now project themselves into a digital reality where they could ERP with virtual models. Oh, just me? Fine, I'll just fucking...
Camera was way before Kinect and a good few years before motion control fever hit the mainstream on Nintendo Wii, so why does EyeToy feel so forgotten? I don't know. This is the same camera that I've had since I was 9 years old when it first came out, and I absolutely loved it back then. In fact, while I was filming my Kinect video a few years ago, in many places I was convinced in my memory that the EyeToy actually worked better and more consistently than Kinect. But the problem there is, would you trust the memory of a person that whenever they hiccup, there's a 50% chance that they'll do a big shit?
And that's why I wanted to revisit the EyeToy today, to see if it held up. And I figured the only fair way to do that was by buying the entire collection of every single EyeToy game that was ever released in every region. Can't get much more conclusive than that.
Ah yes, I'm starting to realize how he's made a 2-hour video out of this.
And, in fact, I've gone so deep down the rabbit hole of trying to find every EyeToy exclusive game that I've even proven Wikipedia wrong, a website that has never been wrong a single time. It's not 25, it's actually 28, and no.
Just like me, I've never been wrong in my entire life. I am also the most humble person you've ever met, the most gracious, and you know what? If you've got the means and motivation, you can try and collaborate. You can certify that by coming to my stream and telling me just how right about everything I am. So if you've got the means and motivation, like and subscribe.
I'm not going to update the page myself because I'm better than that, so you stick it in your bits, Wikipedia file. Is the EyeToy as good as I remember? Did it run so that the Kinect could just walk? Will it stop looking at me with its eye?
That's me. That's me as a virtual projection of a digital character peeking at you back through the webcam. Look, the FBI agents in your webcam can't be there all the time. So when they're not there, I get to be to make sure I can keep my eye on my favorite people. Yeah. Nice t-shirt, by the way.
Well, let's find out.
I fucking love Caddicarus
with the PlayStation 2 EyeToy.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, then please leave a like and subscribe to my OnlyFans. Yeah, of course it wasn't going to be that easy. This is 2003, remember? When everyone had a TV they could share a meal on. You can't just stick this on top of modern TVs, not even the silver revised model that lost weight. So before I could even start using this beast, I had to trade in my dignity and buy myself this bloody thing. Possessors teach, screen top shelf. Mount Lun seconds without any tools. It's a shelf for the top of your flat screen TV. Did you know this was a thing? I didn't, but luckily I managed to get the suspension type. Put your router on top of it, put your remote on top of it, put your flash drive on top of it with glasses, put your flash drive on top of it without glasses. Freely adjusted full desktop. Maximum carry, rack only takes 2.
And some say that as technology has evolved over the years, we have developed a more streamlined and rudimentary way of living, when in reality, sometimes we miss those more brash and edgy things that we used to enjoy in our prior years. Like and subscribe for Existential Dread.
2 seconds. Easy to install.
Hey guys, how's the back? How does this nostalgia trip make you feel? Is it giving you some, is it reminding you how much your ease? I've got the N. I've got the K and N. How do your knees feel? Are you liking the fact you're one step closer to the grave right now?
No.
Ah, my bones, they're rotting.
This is proof that God has left us. Hang on, wait, we're missing something. Give me a sec.
So I had a meetup, like completely not relevant. I had a meetup with somebody in VR chat yesterday for totally professional reasons. At some point, he mentioned he was born in the year 2000, and I just had to lie down and cry.
Yep, that's it. It's complete. I'm ready to go online and say some slurs now. Let's kick things off with the first game ever made for the camera, EyeToy Play. Since this was indeed the first game released to demonstrate this revolutionary tech, it naturally opens up with an instructional video on how to set it up.
The only other things you'll need are a console, a TV...
Retro tutorial aesthetic.
Oops.
Taken right out of Portal. Cave Johnson here.
Once you get your TV and PS2 hooked up to
Greetings, homosexuals.
watch the video you were already watching with your TV and PS2 hooked up, the next thing you need to do is grab your
I'm immensely upset this isn't voiced by Cave Johnson. Greetings, homosexuals.
body from under the floorboards and then puppeteer her around the house to smash it all up so you can blame it on her. Then when the room is clear, make sure
I would give any money if the index setup screen, when you're trying to set up your room with the index, this is what it would have been like.
you're 1.5 to 2 meters away from the TV, in the center of the frame, and not too bright or too dark.
Place the camera in the middle of your TV, either below...
Wow, what a great idea. Hello, young lady.
After this is my favorite part though. To quit out of whatever game you are playing, you don't use the controller. These are controller-free games. So instead, you pretend the camera is from NBC after Chris Hansen catches you.
By the way, you know how the Kinect screams and shats at you when it can't see you? You're too close and you're invading my personal space.
Unlike me, who when you stand too close, I say, closer, closer. I can't smell your penis from here. I'm sorry. There are some things that come into my brain that when I say them, I regret them instantly. God damn it. My mouth says something faster than my brain has the chance to process it. I'm sorry.
I've lost my glasses.
Yeah, well, have you seen how alpha the EyeToy is?
You can, of course, cheat by moving your whole body close to the camera.
Yeah, not only does it still work, but it works so well that all of the games consider it cheating if you do it. And it doesn't cry at you either. Like a scab. I call children scabs.
And here we are.
Same.
Why
Well,
is
you
the
call
default
them, you call them scabs. I call them drains on resources and problems. Good thing we got a solution to problems. Get my gun.
So this is it. This is the EyeToy. And what I'm doing right now, no, I'm not the queen. This is how you navigate 99% of the EyeToy
yes,
library.
hello.
Waving over buttons. When they said you aren't using a controller at all, they really committed to it.
What's video messaging? Record message for who?
And you got to imagine, right? Imagine you are like cast your minds back to 2003. And for anyone that's not a fetus, that's going to be easy. But if you're a fetus like that person I met in VR the other day, going back to 2003, the only thing you're going to remember is what it's like to suck on your mum's tit. But just cast your mind back. Come with me. Come with me back to 2003. Imagine you are a teenager, a kid at this time, and you get presented with this technology. You would feel like you're in Star Trek. Oh my god, this is the future. I can wave my hand around and it does a thing. Who needs Jack in the Box? Who needs jumping jacks? Who needs like Pokemon cards anymore? We've got virtual reality.
Who's gonna see this? So is the idea that like I can record a message and then people will like I can save it to the memory card and then whoever I sell this memory card to at like a flea market will then find it and see what I've had to say to them from beyond the grave in 100 years?
Greetings, Earthling. I'm Jim. This is a house. I don't know if you still...
This happened to me one time. I bought a used laptop back when I was in college. And the person forgot to format their hard drives. Now, you would hope that you'd find some damning evidence as to their pornographic likes and suspicious files that would damn them in some way or another. The only thing on this computer that, like, this was obviously like a work laptop of some kind. The only thing that I found that was mildly suspect, other than their folders of Excel spreadsheets and whatever else, was a very suspicious letter to somebody who I could only assume was not their actual wife. Like some very suspect messages and letters that had been typed up. Yeah, it's kind of an art form in of itself.
Live in a house, but if you still live in a house, this is what they used to look like.
I didn't really think much of it at
And
the
if
time,
you
but
do
when I
still
looked
live in
back
a
at it, I was
house,
like, oh.
that's lucky, because I know your address, and I have a gun. Honey, what have you got to say?
And yes, I know, this camera image is Vaseline. It's ugly, like egg-fried
And yet still makes most streamers webcam captures look like godsend by comparison. Guys, if you're gonna use a webcam as a streamer, get one that can at least show the pores of your skin and the hairs in your nostril.
But I mean, yeah, it is. What a good critic you are. Give yourself a pat. You should work for Kotaku. Of course it's ugly. It's just under 240p and being blown up on a TV literally 9 times the pixels it can output. What do you expect from a camera with less megapixels than Ray Charles?
Don't worry though, that messaging system is not all this game is. There are some things that we can play too.
Ooh, who should I be? QT?
QT?
You can't say that.
Just
She's
like
probably
me.
a
I'm
minor.
cutie.
I'm sorry, that's the guy from the Gorillas. That's straight up the guy from the Gorillas. I'm sorry.
That's what I thought it was.
Vernon Bok.
I like him.
Or there's Q.
Minigame 1, Beat Freak, and I've got some people to beat for the high score. Dex and Meh.
I like banging. I'm gonna do banging.
Oh, guys, don't get it twisted. That's not a witticism for copulation. No, that's a Britishism that we use when we like something. Oh, mate, that's banging. Yeah, that's proper banging, mate. Anyway, do you want to bang?
I have a bang on my EyeToy.
It's a rhythm game. Imagine you're playing the drums on Guitar Hero World Tour, but the drums are missing and you've let all the flies get in. It's standard stuff, but honestly, I'm more taken aback by how well it's registering my hands hitting the beats. I wish I had more to say about it, aside from it reminding me how unfit I am.
Are you okay? Yeah.
Next up is Kung Fu.
Nothing like being
Spelled
reminded
like
about your terrible
poo.
hand-eye
The year is
coordination.
2000 BC, and the sleeping village has been invaded by a giant Englishman. Your task? To clear out the whole of China from your living room. Not much to say here either. You wave your
think I
hands
remember
and
playing
smack
this.
tiny little men around. It's not the most stimulating thing in the world, aside from when you hit enough people and go into wobbly motion, but more importantly, well, my live reactions sum it up better than my script cam.
How is this working so well? Connect was not this responsive or accurate. Bonus round, break the board. Oh, so you have to hit in the middle, because if you hit the edges... This is so cool. It's actually like... It actually knows that I'm hitting this...
See, Caddicarus there just used the average terminology the average React Andy will use when they see something in their video, rather than putting any poignant the dialogue into their reactionary. Oh, this is so cool! I could say something whimsical and very descriptive about the situation and add something to the whole reactionary, but instead I'm going to be the little troglodyte that sits down in the corner adding nothing transformative to the video and just goes, oh, this is so cool, and then continues.
I'm super impressed.
So there you go. Not bad, Kung Foot. Also, you remember how the guy said earlier that moving your whole body close to the camera was cheating? Well, I'm not doing that now. I'm just waving more per second than average, but is this considered cheating? Where does the line get drawn between cheating and I can't help it, I'm recovering from a car crash? Next game, Wishy Washy. You wash
I mean, he said recovering. I thought he was going to say something else that began with re, but you know what I mean.
windows. You wash windows. You wash windows.
Can you imagine if I was you were cleaning windows and then, like, this was your view? I keep the window dirty. What's that do? I got 250 numbers.
If anything, I just wish I could play more of the game audio so you could share the joy of listening to George Formby's When I'm Cleaning Windows in the background of the game, but copyright doesn't want me playing a song about a perv watching women get undressed through their bedroom windows in a kid's game, so you'll have to go without.
I've often seen what goes inside.
The most surprising thing, though, is how much you actually have to bend over in this window washing game. And now my spine's broken. Whatever will I do?
Oh, a new
Wow,
spine!
I am a new man.
Next game, Keep Ups.
Come on, let's have it. How many people?
When you turn 25 and you bend over once and you're never able to get back up. Guys, it's okay. It comes for us all. Just like I do. Don't worry. You may be sat there thinking, oh, but I'm 23, 22, 21, 19. I've got all my life ahead of me. Look, age will come for us all. The equalizer is that we all will get achy back syndrome at some point in our life. You may be sat there gloating now going, oh, I'm young and spry. I can touch my toes without any problem. You wait. Insert Simpsons meme. It happened to me, and it'll happen to you too. I used to know what was hip and trendy, and then what was in was no longer in, and then I was old and dithery, and then it'll happen to you.
What can you do? I don't know, Gavin. It's fish and chip bloody arse in it.
Now, the game wants you to position the camera high enough where you can use your head to bounce the ball up, but let's be real, you are not gonna bother tilting the camera up and risk all the motion on screen quitting the game before it even starts, then just having to readjust it all after you're done. So essentially, you have no choice but to squat down and spring load yourself upwards to play it properly. Don't worry though, because as I came to discover, you don't need to use your head. Just use any part of your body, and then whenever the screen goes dark, look at your reflection and wonder to yourself why you can't just find a real ball and go outside. Next game.
Same mentality that VR chat users have when they're in VR chat doing very normal, very heterosexual things with femboys, and then you realize that as you're flailing around in VR chat, you contemplate what you look like in real life when you're on all fours making all kinds of very normal noises. Yeah, you look like a weirdo. Congratulations. Did I ruin the mood for you? Good.
Boxing dump. Hold your arms towards your body in a guarding motion to avoid attacks from the opponent robot, and then hold your arms outwards away from your body in a punching motion to create an attack for the opponent robot. I'm not gonna lie, for as accurate as everything has been so far on this camera, this is not perfect, but it's still functional, and honestly, more reliable and better than anything on the HD 2010 Kinect, even though I look like an apron stain.
What are you so sad about?
A bit more practice and you'll be there.
I'm so sorry, I've got to go and divorce me wife.
Next game, UFO Juggler.
Look me square in the eyes and tell me you love me.
You wave over the UFOs to keep them from falling, but don't wave on them too much or else they'll get overexcited and die. At least this one requires a bit of thought, multitasking, and restraint. If you just stand in front of the camera and move your whole body to cheat, it won't work in this game, so make sure you play it properly and get 0 points. But you know what? It's not important if you're flying a plane, land it upside down, and kill everyone on board. What really matters is, did you get 4,000 skill points?
Yeah, what really matters is that you're able to harvest the organs from the people who were on that plane crash.
Next game, Slapstream.
Are you ready to play with us?
I am totally normal about the bunny girl. I am totally normal about the bunny girl. I am totally normal about the bunny girl. I am totally normal about the bunny girl.
Madam, I'm a 7-year-old boy.
What is a slapstream, you may ask? Well, let me show you. Next game, Plate Spinner. You spin plates. You know what? I love these game names. Everything today is so complicated. Don't you all yearn for the days of bowling, golf, skiing, eat, sit?
Sad thing is, most people who would play this game in the modern year don't even know what plates are because they're cripplingly addicted to Uber Eats. What's a plate?
Okay, so he said welcome. What's he going to say now? Thank you.
Thank you for reminding me that I'm a brokey. Thank you.
Thank you for poor shaming me.
In conclusion, Plate Spinner is the scariest horror game of all time.
This is a trick.
Next game, Boogie.
Did I really just get jump scared by a fucking 2003 monkey?
Downwards.
I'm
It's a
fine.
Simon
I'm not having
Says
a crash
game.
out.
You look at the pole-legged woman for a bit and then copy her while making sure in between to lurk right behind her in her hair. Whenever you're next on a subway and want to start a Simon Says dance-off with a woman, just do this. It'll go really well. Next game, Ghost Catcher.
Something strange in your neighborhood. Who are you gonna call?
I mean, let's face it, Casper had to do something after the series ended. You know, Casper really did fall on hard times after his role as the friendly ghost ended. Now he's the pervy ghost that you have to keep out of your house.
The molester.
This game is like Kung Fu, except you're waving at slow-moving targets instead of smacking quick ones. It's making me very sleepy. I'm going to go.
Seeing things, hiding in your bed. Who are you gonna call? The smell pusher away.
Then when you finally had enough, the game tells you got rid of 30,200 ghosts, so well done, pat yourself on the back. And then do it again because your lunch got stuck. Next game, Mirror Tim 3.
Mama always told me that Caddicarus videos were like a box of chocolates. Because you never know who's gonna throw up first.
My personal favourite in the Mirror Tim series.
Hey, you're looking good. But
You're looking like you have one boob.
Now this is a head scratcher. What if I told you you had to wave in the corners of the screen, but then I cut you in half and flipped you around? I'm confident in saying this is a puzzle game. It actually gave me a headache trying to work it out as quickly as it wants you to. So I stopped working it out and instead tried to make myself throw up. Final game, Rocket Rumble. Look, the chest shelf came back, and boy is she having a mare, because
You joke, Caddy, but that's how most budding artists draw boobs. I'm
I'll
just
throw
saying.
up. Final game, Rocket Rumble. Look, the chest
I should know. I used to draw boobs like that.
shelf came back, and boy is she having a mare, because she bought a load of fireworks that don't explode unless a big hairy man matches them by colour and then hits a spade. A common problem for a person born with one. You have to be very specific with your hand movements here, just like with hitting the centre of the boards in Kung Fu, but it's just a little bit slower, and I'm going.
So that was EyeToy Play, and I've got to say, for being the first game ever made for brand new camera motion-based tech, it's surprisingly competent. It's not
And you're
complicated,
subjecting yourself
kind of
to this, Caddy.
asinine,
You have no one to
but
complain
for
to
a
other than
20-year-old
yourself.
tech demo, it's all right.
Hold up. Rovon! Isn't one giant boob better than two smaller ones? That was a very poor attempt at disguising your a very poorly disguised fetish admittance there. I mean, it's a very valid question, but maybe not in the place of a public speaking area where people can then judge you for your weird kinks. Talk to me later after the stream. We can talk about weird kinks. I'm into all of them.
Speaking of tech demos, EyeToy Play also took the chance to give you experimental things next to the minigames as a hint of what was possible and what could be done with the camera tech. You can see yourself
All right, real question in the comments. Do we want triple boobed hookers, like from Blade Runner? Or would you rather one mega boob? These are the real questions we must ask ourselves.
underwater.
Hey everyone, I'm Caddicarus. I'm drowning for fun. I'm a whale.
Oh, sorry, Blade Runner.
You can see yourself as Bubbles.
You can't win the game. I'm everywhere, all at once, all the time, forever, and you never are able to get rid of me, which is a sad lesson of life that all of you need to know with me being on YouTube.
You can see yourself with balloons.
Yay! So if you ever wanted a real birthday and you aren't allowed one at home, you can now do it on PlayStation 2.
You can see yourself in ice.
Has
Finally,
anybody ever
someone
wanted to
celebrating
be
my
stuck in
birthday.
a cube of ice?
Yes, me.
You can see yourself materializing.
This is really cool. I dig this.
The average.
EyeToy's my new favorite thing. So if I like duck down really quickly, it actually looks like I disappeared.
You can see yourself with sand
The
in
average
different colours.
7-year-old who would have played this would be like,
Oh,
whoa,
sorry,
future
everyone, I dribbled.
technology.
Oh, I'm still dribbling. Sorry, everybody. Life hasn't been the same since Chernobyl.
You can see yourself with spiders.
So these spiders are all in the housing market, and you've got to just try and gather them all up and move them into shared accommodation over by the VW camper over there.
You can see yourself being copied by your own TV.
Oh, so it's delayed. Well, this is
Stop
cool.
copying me. Stop copying me. Stop copying me.
Well, how about I go over there? No, it's not cool. It's really boring, actually.
You can see yourself with bees.
This is making me
Bees!
nervous.
Not
So what do
the
we do?
bees!
Oh.
Ah, Dr. Bees! A situation woefully underpopulated by bees. A helping of bees will help this situation.
It's bees. And that's the game.
What a shit game.
Bye.
You can see
People paid like even back then. I would like to think people's standards were slightly higher than this. Like you would have paid $40, which is like $500 in our modern currency. You would have paid $40 to be like, ooh, bees.
yourself spewing rainbows.
I mean, guys, we all love bees, right? My favorite kind of bees are boobies.
Hello, Doctor. I'm Crayola Man. I must warn you about the year 3017 when we lose Crayon.
and we can't draw on paper.
And you can even see yourself with leaves.
Wow. Mum, I've always wanted to play with leaves for fun. Can you get me the leaf playing video game? You know when people say touch grass? God's sake, go outside and touch leaves. What are we doing? Like,
as time changes, so do they stay the same. The only difference now is that when you put yourself into a virtual reality like this, you can touch grass with your hands and bend over in them and VR chat.
Ultimate favorite one, though, is that you can see yourself having a fit.
Gamers will do anything
Without
other than
the
touch
mess.
real grass.
EyeToy.
Fitting without the mess.
Me playing games with like 300 MS, thank you very much. He's having a stroke! It literally looks like one of those like YouTube poops.
Hey everybody, this is my impression.
No, I'm sorry. It really does just look like it's a simulation of this stupid, Yeah, you remember this? You remember this? 17 years ago this came out. That's what it looks like. Thank you, Caddy, for reminding me of this. What an absolute psycho. You guys think that brain rot is only a thing of our modern generation? Brain rot has existed since the dawn of the internet, since the dawn of time even. It's just now we're aware of it. You know, I was gonna close it, but I think I'm gonna save that for my existential crisis later.
Of someone that has it completely together. I promise I'm alright. No, doctor. I don't need.
No, doctor, I'm perfectly fine. Why'd you ask?
Like, I'll see you same time next week, alright? Goodbye! Don't worry about me, I'll see you soon!
Actually, I changed my mind. This is my new favorite one.
No effect. Well, they didn't lie about that.
I'm sorry, everybody. I was just busy listening to Jamiroquai.
Jamiroquai, are you
Yeah, I mean, why
playing
the hell
this?
not? You've got some new motion camera tech for a game console. Of course a dance party was around the corner.
Yup.
And here it is. EyeToy.
Do you guys remember the Star Wars dance party game that was so meme-worthy for a while?
Boobsva, the first game for the PS2 that allows you to control it with your ass. Get on up to get on down. What? Kick-in playlist featuring Madonna, Village People,
You might as well
Fat
just
Boy
put
Slim,
the phrase,
Las-
how do you do my
Las
fellow kids on
Ketchup.
there?
Hey everyone, do you know who I think of immediately after listening to Elvis? The best part of the back for me, though,
It's
is
so
that the first
endemic of
bonus
its
feature
time.
listed is a calorie counter. Hi, customer, thanks for buying our game, and as a special bonus, we'll tell you how fat you are. Right, here we go. EyeToy Groove. It's the Freaky Beats game from EyeToy Play, but like My Little Pony on D.
I mean, excuse me. Don't judge my search history. Don't you judge my obsession with sexy ponies. How dare you?
Art expanded. There's plenty of licensed songs to
Caddy, we know you're a degenerate. Don't even try and hide that was your search result as well. Remember, we went to the same dumbfuck school for learning things.
dance to, and the game recognizes
Or, as is otherwise known, the dumbfuck school for people who don't learn good.
everything you do to a T. I'm actually kind of stunned, to be honest. This dinky little thing
I mean,
has
we
no
needed this
right to
so
work
Star
this
Wars
well.
Dance
Young
Party
man.
could exist.
There's no need to feel young, I said, old man. You have got a bad back and you'll stay there when you fall on the floor and you can't get up You're 30. It's time to stay on the floor.
I mean, what else is there to say? It's a rhythm game and it works, but now you're in it and flapping around like a duck who couldn't escape the hound. This is basically as simple to get into yet difficult to master as DDR, but with your hands. I like this game. Go and get it, and then invite your friends over to play it, as long as they can fit.
Long Dennis, spin. Which one is my song? This one.
Long man!
Yes. Work.
I would pay any money to see him walking down the street with those on and just pretending like he's a normal guy. Yes, hello, my name is Long Arm Dennis. Yes, hello, nice to meet you. Holds out an arm to shake your hand. Why are you 30 feet away from me?
Go. This is long discrimination. We are family. And all of my sisters are long. I'm going deeper underground. I'm digging. Oh, I found my ancestor. Didn't know. Oh. Where did my little eye go? Unfair.
Next up is a game. This is...
Furry bait! I know furry bait when I see one.
I'm gonna look it up. Kaiketsu Zorori Misase Itazura King. This is 1 out of 3 Japanese exclusive EyeToy games, and I have absolutely no idea what this is, but I think I might enjoy it. It's got a coconut pig and a seaman cat and a blurry Japanese boy and someone about to tell me how wrong.
That's Shin-chan. Shin-chan? Shin-chan. Yeah, that kid. You know the one I'm talking about. I know Shin-chan when I see it.
I am.
Well, actually.
Now, in any other circumstance, I would usually go into immense depth and detail about the history of this game and then critique it through the lens of its mechanics and then impact on the video game industry as a whole. But this one time I'm not going to do that because this game opens up with you sucking farts out of a pig.
What? As if it's any surprise, it's made by Japan. This might be the least weird thing that Japan has ever made. I mean, you guys remember that JonTron video about ROM hacks for the retro ROM hacks that Japan made? Yeah, this doesn't surprise me in the slightest. I know a suspiciously disguised fetish when I see one. A very poorly disguised fetish.
It doesn't feel right watching this.
Now, that should be where we stop. But
I want to see how this story mode unfolds. However, if there is a story mode within this game and there is a story happening, there's only so much the Duolingo bird can help me, and that's going to make things difficult. But actually, does that matter when the first thing the story asks of you is to suck big ones out of a pig's hole to power a smelly cannon?
If anything, that makes the context better. Why are we sucking farts out of a pig? Who knows? But we're here for the journey.
And no, it doesn't. So the next thing you have to do is mess up a bedroom and get tissues everywhere for the splat that's sure to follow. And then follow that up with a game where you draw out Japanese letters on a light board that doesn't know if you're drawing them out accurately or powering an eco-friendly power station, so honestly...
And people say that Western culture ruined Japan. Japan was pretty ruined before we got there.
Who cares?
Do I have to have this sound that is just constantly reminding of you pinching under a skirt? I don't need that. I don't get why he's got cauliflower fingers. I don't get why these guys won't stop tooting their doot. I don't get why there's a golden bull.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's sensory stimulation. Shiny lights, bright flashlights, dopamine. Dopamine? Surprise? Excitement?
Dog judging me. Oh no, red word. Great.
Hey boys and girls, have you ever
I'm sure that any Japanese person watching this are like, oh, this is actually the most cultural experience you could ever have. You've just played the most culturally enriching Japanese game ever, but you absolute tourist wouldn't even know it because you're so culturally unenriched in the Japanese language. Yes.
wanted to conduct an orchestra by drawing squares, drawing squares, drawing squares, drawing squares, and drawing a triangle? And then another square?
Oh, watch out. Oh, watch out, everybody. The nerd has loaded.
After that, you get a game where you have to try and tickle your dad. And then you get to play a game when you're getting rid of all the pigs snotting all over you by clapping the bubbles. And yes, EyeToy does recognize when you clap, because I tried to just wave them away and it didn't work. So fair play to you, Senator Bag Cheeks. You may be a
surprisingly, considering this is like the early 2000s, the friggin' good animation style.
Disgusting game, but you do know how to program a mechanic where you can only clap on the cat's spit. Then you have a quick game of stealing everyone else's food while slapping them away if they dare come near you. Starve, you dog. And then this happens.
So what have we got here? Are we a fridge or a mirror?
This better not be a urinal. This better not be a toilet.
Wait. Are these changing rooms? Do you want to play a peeping Tom simulator? Look. Well, tough shit for them, I guess. Soap fell on them.
Now, that should be where we stop.
You see, Batman, I like to play a game. I want to play a game, Batman. We always question why we keep going, but we never stop to ask ourselves how we keep going. And when you're subjecting yourself to this kind of depravity, I just want to watch you suffer more with it. So you thought you were locked in here with me, but I was locked in here with you the whole time, Batman.
I wanted to give the game one last shot at making some kind of sense.
This is
Surely
trauma.
the pajama cat will start doing something regular. And then this happened.
Here comes the policeman.
The policeman! Okay, so we're... No. Are we... Wait. Are we taking the farts to the policeman? Is that what we're doing right now?
Somebody had a very specific interest with this show.
That's me in the corner.
You know, when you're playing games for a living.
That's me in the corner. That's me crying my eyes out. That's me paying a therapist $500 an hour for therapy.
You have to reach some limit. There has to be a line that has to be drawn, and I think that line is drawn on a children's game about a hairy pig farting in a policeman's face. That's when you stop.
You're just not seeing the bigger picture here, Caddy. This is a social economic message about how we screw the patriarchy, man. This is about us rebelling, saying screw you system, screw you the political agenda. We create our own rules. Fuck you patriarchy. Yeah, stick it to the man.
By the way, how is it that I'm not doing well at this at all, yet the blurry child on the back of the box has no issues at all? Maybe he has a hint. What's he saying? Yawo, easygoing, must.
What?
Bring on the bread.
Well, I suppose if nothing else can be said for this game, at the very least, I know that I am wider than the average Japanese child.
Hello? Hello, I'm
Spons? You didn't tell me that you were a robot.
This video has been sponsored by...
You know, if Caddicarus was snapped into the amazing digital circus, this would be his avatar. Oh, hello, Spons. Are you ready to abstract?
Grey Shadow Legend Fresh VPN.
I should have known. This is what happens when I don't have a sponsorship. He doesn't know what to do with him. Oh, he's not a robot. He's flesh and bone. He's dead. But without spons, I can't sell anything, let alone my own high-quality merchandise from my high-quality merchandise site that is high quality.
Very fancy.
No, I'm gonna need to keep using him. Caddicarus has some new merchandise available for you right now at pixelempire.com/caddy. There are now 4 new items to eat, including a sticker of this confident little goblin, a new poster of this brave idiot that comes with a free sticker of this scared idiot, and 2 new t-shirts. When you can't afford high-end headphones, pick up the new Breets by Dr. Cad. And when you need to buy something naughty but don't have your ID, make sure you prove your age by showing the cashier that you are rated P for policeman. And not only are these new designs up for grabs on their own, but they're also part of a competition, aren't they, Spons? Yes, you're right. The first 200 customers who buy 3 or more items themselves in for a chance to win one of my 10 remaining limited edition Blu-ray sets with a signed thank you card inside and a 15-minute Zoom call with me. Yes, not you. me. And of course, there are the other t-shirts and Crash Bandicoot Platinum Relic tracker poster based on the London Underground. They're all still there, and there's nothing stopping you from buying all of it. It's what Spons would have wanted. Buy it all for him. If he looks this good in all of it and he's dead, imagine how your alive flesh will look. Deck yourself.
No. The only person around here who's allowed to give my community existential dread is me! Caddy.
Out today at pixelempire.com/caddy so you can be cooler than everyone else around you. Don't be square, be kite. Oh, wait, hang on. He's not gone yet. I think he might have a final thing to say. Manscaped! Right, we're only 3 games in, and the 4th game is sports.
Bored.
Sorry. So here we have a quaint little game called Ooh Move, which is what old ladies say to me when I sit next to them on the bus. And you can tell from the box that we're in for a rip-roaring good time because the lady in the TV is out of focus. First off, we have the art studio for all the miscellaneous trash that doesn't fit the theme of sport. We have blurred slow motion.
Welcome to my stand-up. I have a joke for you. Get ready.
How does it look even
sew
worse?
your pants, because they'll leak. What happened to me when this morning I missed the bus?
The same shit, just a different theme.
I missed the...
We have Defrosty.
Oh no, nobody can see me. What am I gonna do? Oh, I know. Make it see me. And lag.
We have sand.
So apparently this is what we're calling sand. Sand is more or less exactly...
That's just what Twitch does to my VODs when I accidentally flash my nipples. Oh no!
Like, I'm gonna distort my voice and talk to you about my horrible traumatic experience dealing with a former children's TV presenter. At this point, I could, like, roll my sleeve up. Okay, you wanna see some sand? Alright.
We have party time.
I mean, for all I know, that could have been a penis.
Okay. You are not okay. When was the last time anyone
okay,
went to a
buddy?
party like this? Stop looking at me.
You okay?
I don't know what you think I can do for you, but I can't do that. This is borderline analog horror. I feel as though something's gonna come from the dark behind me. Stop it. What? Do I dance? Oh, you do!
We have kaleidoscope.
And here we see the plume.
Drugs. Just drugs. POV drugs. Fent? Not even once.
Of the blossoming Gimus Cadus. That part is where the seeds are sown. Oh my god, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
We have lawnmower.
People paid money for this. People paid money for this.
Oh, shall I mow the whole lawn and see what happens?
I mean, I guess it showed how bored kids were. I mean,
I'm gonna see what happens.
I guess, right? I guess at the time, this technology was so revolutionary and kids were so bored actually not being scalped from their Pokemon cards, not getting bullied in high school, that this would have been amusing.
Mow the whole lawn. I'm not mowing the lawn anymore.
And we even have this.
Rigby, I wanted you to mow the lawn. You'll mow the lawn in your little virtual game, but you won't mow the lawn in real life, you little shit.
Sing baby. I've always wanted to bounce one of them. False advertising. I wanted to smack a baby.
But we don't care about any of that. We want to move. Okay, well, I don't want to move, but we want sports. Well, no, I don't want sports either. No, I don't want any of this. First off, we have perfect goalie. Only one problem, though. Just like William Shakespeare, it doesn't work. I don't know, maybe we finally reached the point where it's nothing to do with how good the camera itself is, but how the devs are able to make it work. I should have been able to save at least half of these goals, but it just didn't work properly. How can you go from accurate angle wood chopping and spit bubble clapping to your entire body not being able to block a ball? I know, maybe it's because the game is too quick, so how—
They took the concept of interactivity like this, and they had a great idea, but they just didn't quite understand it. Much like how the average Roblox developer doesn't understand that Roblox isn't in fact a place for PDF files to congregate.
But we slow it down with ball-tossing aliens.
Why won't you return my calls?
Up next is Yellow Card.
Watch out for those yellow cards. Wave your hands over the referee's hands to persuade him not to penalise you. You know how in real football that the referee gets somebody's card out and then they just give him a little
nothing like
tickle
encouraging
and then the card goes
dysfunctional
away?
behaviour.
You'd think this would be more
No,
engaging
ref, I
than
was
just
way
wave
out,
over
way
one person
out.
at a time and wait until you're able to wave at somebody else, but nope, that's honestly all that you do. It's mind-numbing, but you gotta keep going. Could you live with
Brain
yourself
rot.
if your high
Absolute
score was
brain
lower
rot.
than fudge?
Honest to God, what is going on with your head? I swear someone dropped this on London during the Blitz.
Space Breakout. You're bouncing a football and playing Breakout. What more does a growing boy need? Not really much to say here. It's fine. So we'll move on to the next game, which is called Dribbling. Yes! It's another slug game where you move a ball left and right between cones very slowly. You know, for a game that's telling me you move, it sure is spending a lot of its time telling me you stand still. Look at me. Look at me. This is the face of someone alert
Absolute
and ready for
unit
another
right there.
EyeToy
This is
football
a
game.
peak male
Except
performance.
he isn't, because I'm going to skip
You
the
may
rest
not
of
like
them and
it,
see
but this
what
is
else
what
there
a
is to
peak
do.
male looks like.
Sorry about that. I'm not sorry about that. What you'll find with a lot of the EyeToy library is that they're just minigame compilations that are all variations of the exact same idea.
Whoa, just like those weird, you know those like cartridges you could get for the Game Boy that touted themselves as like 1,000 games in one? But it was just like the same 7 games all together. And the same thing. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Not doing the same thing over and over again. I'd rather play Batting Frenzy. Or Rugby Clash that tells you to run, block and throw but doesn't work properly. Or Horse Racing that's spelled wrong because maybe the name of the horse is Horse A and lets you ride the back of a horse while spanking it and looking at the cured prosciutto ham coming out of its mouth. Or Hole in One that is...
Uma Masune before it became popular. Guys, I've discovered that I'm really into horse racing games. I think I'm gonna play, like, when you ask your parents, Mom, can I get Uma Masune? And they give you this.
Golf at all, and it's just pushing everything away from a ball that's been hit by someone else with a snowman on his head, and that ends with a high score photo being taken of you while you weren't expecting it. Happy birthday.
By the way, I am aware that we have just started this marathon, but to be honest, I am already getting very tired of all of the waving you've got to do on everything, especially in the games when you don't even need to be standing there or waving at anything, but because it's on EyeToy and you're on camera and you've got to use your arms and motion control and everything, you just got to stand there and wave at everything all the time. Even if you don't need to do any standing up or waving or moving around, you could use a controller, but it's an EyeToy game, so you've got to just stand there and wave at everything. It's just non-stop all the time.
Wait, is it not called Uma Masune? What's it called? Sorry, I haven't played it, okay? I've averted myself from indulging in gacha games recently. I just know it's the horse racing game. I just forgot the name. Is that not the name of it? Is it not called Uma Masune? Am I out of touch? Am I the problem? No! It is Omasume. Why? Oh no! Shut up! Yeah, you know what? Maybe this is more of a problem with you, the fact that you know the name, therefore you play gacha games and you're getting your financial stability predated on because you're cripplingly addicted to horse anime women. Look, the only time I want to consume Umasume is the fan art of Goldship being a big buff wife with a massive horse.
Hey, we wash our face, wash our face, wash our face. This is the way we wash our face, and now I've lost my face.
Here is an EyeToy exclusive Ape Escape spin-off. Very cool.
Ape Escape! Oh my god, I remember that game! I used to love that thing!
Is that an open mouth, or does he just have really big lips? I don't know what to expect here, but this kid doesn't look like he's having a good time. He looks very concerned. And this girl came dressed up in a BMX helmet.
Oh, come on! Why does that keep happening?
Be careful not to...
Do you imagine being someone who's just watching this man get filmed running into things like, oh, looks like the local nutcase has escaped the psychiatric ward.
Run into objects or people.
Gee, I forgot. Thanks, Monkey Mania.
Now, I love me some Ape Escape, and I know about stuff like Ape Academy and Ape Quest, but somehow I didn't even know this was a thing until just now. So to commemorate this, my name is Beef. I also need an accessory, so I went with an exploding head. And as far as my profile picture... perfect. The game has just started, and I have been
provided... It's just like those egregious, like... arcade games, the racing ones, where you get to take a photo of yourself and you get to use it as your profile picture, and then you see the person who's on the machine next to you that you're playing against fly past you and their screen cap is just them putting the middle finger up at you.
An opponent worthy to rival the gusto of the mighty Beef, Saruman from Lord of the Rings. I wasn't sure what I was expecting here exactly, but it turns out Monkey Mania is a Mario Party clone.
Oh.
Vomit. So if you've played Mario Party before, you'll know what you'll be getting into. Roll a number, land on a space, deal with whatever the space
However,
says.
maybe I will. I'm currently crowdfunding a Switch 2 to play the new Zelda game. Maybe I'll play Mario Party if we get it.
Collect items to win and occasionally compete in minigames to win or lose more items. But now you're doing it all in a urinal. It's just Mario Party, but standing up. Not much more to say here.
He is done with his shit.
Actually, no,
You
there
little
is
shit.
more. It's Mario Party, but with mini-games that take over a minute to finish instead of seconds, items you can buy as many times as you want in one go, but then also can't use them at the same time as moving along the board. The way you win the game is by having enough monkeys to reach the top, and yet when you reach the space to win the game, it still asks you if you want to go to the winning space to immediately win the game, meaning that you can choose not to win the game. And to top it all off with a bright red infected cherry, the scoring system gives you effort points that don't mean anything. But in fairness, if I was going to the butcher's to buy a slab of beef for 1p, I would put 5 effort in as well.
Oh, Nessa people.
Even worse, I played a round of this for 23 minutes, and in all of that time, I played 5 mini-games. The rest of the time was exactly what you're looking at right now, for minutes and minutes at a time. It's so boring. Ape Escape and boring go together like unleaded petrol and your liver. I don't even know why this warranted use of the EyeToy, because not only do barely any mini-games happen that you actually get mileage out of the camera,
down! He's so bored. He's just like, yeah, mate, you just go at it. I love this interactive slideshow that I'm getting to take part in.
So, because 70% of the time you're just sat down watching your computer player doing more than you, and every so often a tentacle appears that isn't mine, I promise. Wow, really?
That sounds like a skill issue there, Caddy. You don't have tentacles? Get you some tentacles.
Finally play the Crash and Cone minigame whenever I want, where I drive a badly cut out JPEG that doesn't steer properly. Be still,
Look, Caddy, at least take the benefit of this, okay? Look at the upside. At least they put a representation of you in the game. Yeah, you should see your likeness in these apes. Monkey.
Beating heart. Please. It's too exciting. My heart's racing. It hurt. My chest hurts. Stop. I'm losing breath. Stop exciting me. Don't talk to me. I'm going to die. Here we have SpongeBob SquarePants Move In with Friends. Well, if you do that, make sure you all take turns cleaning the dishes and that you all pay your fair share of the bills. I hate myself. Rotate the manual focus ring until the image is sharp. Oh yeah.
So sharp.
Sharp as a wooden spoon. For this adventure, I am Moltingy, and unlike every real-life human baby, you get to pick your color.
Orange splatter. I am cyan. Chocolate, delta blues, mellow yellow, red alert, in the pink.
Oh dear.
Thanks, SpongeBob.
One in the pig, one in the stinker.
And yes, I know.
You know what they say about Geneva violation? You know what they say about the Geneva Convention, Squidward? Geneva Convention? More like Geneva suggestion. Ah!
No, I said it was an adventure, but no, it isn't. It's more mini-games back-to-back from various Nickelodeon shows. But that's not an issue. I'm privy to the occasional Nickload on me. So let's kick it off with SpongeBob games, starting with bowling, which feels completely impossible to get a strike on. And I don't appreciate Patrick's trapdoor mouth or SpongeBob looking at me like he wants to take me backwards. After that, you get a matching game, which is honestly impossible because how are you supposed to pick one ingredient at a time and then move to another ingredient without the rest of your body activating another ingredient? I don't know. And I would ask SpongeBob, but he's a bit too busy reliving his time in the IRA. But then there's this driving game, and this is good shit. You hit the left and right side of the car to change lanes, collect buttons.
Oh no! This is train. What's that? What's that stupid mobile game? Track. Oh balls! I forget the name of it because I was never cooked enough to play it. You know what I mean, right? Temple Run? Yeah, Temple Run, Subway Surfers, whatever the fuck.
and avoid drain covers. It's like playing Subway Surfers or Temple Run on your phone, but much more fun. And all it takes is a PS2 console, SpongeBob on PS2, an EyeToy camera, decent lighting, and a 50-kilo box. I even got a high score in this one, and I will cherish that memory forever. We've also got another good one next with jellyfishing. Even though all you have to do is hit jellyfish and try to stop hitting Squidward because you don't need to go through the effort. He'll end himself with a shotgun in a few years. It's a really fun time, but when I say it's quick, I do mean it. You've only got 61.9 seconds to do it. But that is enough of Patrick and Sponge Robert. What about his friends he's moving with? Well, they don't get anywhere near as much of the same attention as he does, both for the amount of mini-games and for what they even are. It's just picture panel swapping, extended arm flying through rings, Jimmy Neutron massive head juggling, hockey puck goalkeeping while giving up on life and realizing what an embarrassment you are, waving on cracks in a fish tank, this absolute dog shit submarine game that's supposed to let you control the depth but just doesn't work, and a game of Snake but with magnets on the edge of the arena pulling Daniel Fan.
Oh, gee, Jimmy, I guess you gotta go do the video game. Don't worry, Jimmy. Whilst you're out there doing this wicked collab, I'll be doing your mom.
Towards the pickups. The only thing worth mentioning that stands out is this Billy Hatcher Katamari-esque Fairly Odd Parents arcade game that's really fast-paced and controls really well, and this Danny Phantom ghost-busting game where you have to time left and right long-range blast to hit the ghosts, almost like Hungry Hippos, but people jumped into the enclosure, and at that point you might as well say goodbye to little Billy because his head won't belong to him anymore. As a whole, though, this is a really odd game. It's really hard to have a solid feeling on something when 1 second you're having a blast and then immediately afterwards the menu won't stop scrolling left and all you can do is watch in horror. This game is like, the half of it works perfectly and is really fun, and the other half fell asleep. SpongeBob on PS2 is a stroke.
Hang on, what's... Who's that over there?
Hey, Caddy, how's it hanging?
Oh, of course! It's my favourite part of me, the top of my own head!
I won't be long, I just came down to show you something from inside myself that you probably forgot about but really liked.
Well, top of my own head, I would really appreciate something that I like. What is it?
How the fuck does he come up with these ideas?
Oh no, I'm in the way.
I mean, at least Caddy can be happy that he's only a Norwood 2. I mean, you know, he's beat the odds. Usually an average British person, the second they turn 25, turns into a shriveled up prune with a Norwood 9. He's looking good for 30.
Sega Superstars, a game that I played all the time and loved to pieces as a kid, but also the only game that ever pissed me off so much I ripped its film off. Now, the absolute first thing to mention beyond anything else so far about Sega Superstars is that it has a very funny confirmation noise. That, and based on the intro alone, this is the most amount of effort put into any one of these games so far, if for no other reason than it actually gives you another original choo-choo.
Of course it is, because everybody knows that if they put out a Sonic game, they want to make sure they get all those Sonic degenerates out there to be like, oh my god, they finally gave us another game in the world of Sonic, time to sip my favorite hedgehog soda.
Rocket, Billy Hatcher, and Nights into Dreams game that you control like there's a pole stuck up in you, just like it's right up in you. But that's not all. Sega Superstars kind of goes out of its way to translate their own series into motion-controlled camera filming a real person minigames. And even if they are just the same ideas all over again, like Samba de Amigo being yet another EyeToy groove, they managed to fill every inch of the screen with way more personality, color, and just general stuff than any of the other games so far. You and your ditch-water living room aren't the focal point anymore. You're just part of the game world now. Maybe aside from Virtua Fighter, when Akira just bursts into your house to steal your cushions. But don't worry. Shh, I'll take care of you. We can get you some new furnishings at Dunelm. I am legit impressed by the production values here. And
to all those people out there that don't know Dunelm, it's a British furniture store chain. Imagine your mum and pop's furniture store, but instead of giving you great furniture, they give you an infestation.
The games work great too. What possessed 10-year-old me to tear this game's skin off? Was it Super Monkey Ball?
If it's anything like me when I was 10, it would have been because I saw a slight little tear in the material, and because I had crippling ADHD, I found the cathartic touchy-feeliness of tearing it was far too amusing. Just like when you get a cliff nail and you keep pulling and you keep pulling and then eventually you tear off all your skin. Just me? Okay. Okay, just me. Cornwallis, thank you for the gifted sub.
It was probably Super Monkey Ball. But saying that, it's not even that hard. I managed to get through it all, no problem. I even got a high score, which I've never done on Monkey Ball before.
Superstar! Yeah! Give me some skin.
The Space Channel 5 game is great for being a copying memory game and rhythm game at the same time, and for finishing off each round by putting you right bang dot in between her legs. Why did they do this? Why is this even possible? There isn't anything to see anyway because somebody went under her skirt and put polyfiller in it. Then there's Choo Choo Rocket, of course, for multitasking timing-based puzzling, Virtua Striker for being just a really responsive and fun way to head a ball into score balloons, Puyo Pop Fever for being the most accurate object interaction minigame I think I've ever seen from a 240p 2003 webcam. And just, I mean, look at how smooth and quick Knights is to control around. Connect, what is your excuse? More like Kid Not. Sega Superstars has even made well enough where I was comfortably able to get a high score on nearly every minigame, aside from Crazy Taxi.
I miss House of the Dead.
Yo! Apparently I've got to yell!
Oh, Crazy Taxi. This came out at a time. They did not know that they're remaking Crazy Taxi, but they're using Gen AI to make it. Never gonna touch it. What have they done to my boy? Crazy Taxi was amazing, and now they've made it with AI. Bunch of shit. Never gonna buy it.
Move your body to get the taxi. Okay. Hello. I need a ride to the train. Look out for what? Time's over.
And so to celebrate, they asked for my picture to go on the front screen of every single minigame. So I gave it to them. A massive congratulations to Ool, Bink, Gust, Ache, Drink, Oi Mate, Dable, Fair, Woman, At Tag Damp, and of course, the man who was named in honor of what Billy Hatcher is all about, Fetus.
Wait a minute, this game's 3+, and yet somehow they managed to get zombie violence past the censors. That's hardcore.
They're not
Sega.
zombies! They're merely Pokemon scalpers that you're fending off so you can get your crippling addiction to cardboard. Yeah, not zombies.
You are a company. A publishing company, in fact.
That started all the way back in 1940 when they were known as Standard Games, providing coin-operated games for military bases in Hawaii. After that, in 1952, they moved to Japan, and then a lot of other stuff happened, and then they made Sega Superstars, and on top of all the quirky, unique, cool shit this game does do, it isn't all for the sake of high scores and nothing else. It's so that you can earn rings and then use those rings to buy stuff for your pet chow. Oh my god! Yeah, I know this is a Sonic Adventure thing, it's not mind-blowing or anything, but do you get to tickle your chow yourself or pet?
To this point, I'm reminded that somebody commissioned me to draw a waifu chow at one point with massive titties. Getting railed by Sonic. I was not proud of that one, but they did pay me well.
Your chow yourself? Or go and see a dodgy blind man to spend $10,000 on a tree in the black market yourself? No, you don't. But you do here. In this game. And is it all worth it to watch your chow eat shrinking cake and then spend $5 grand on a trumpet that only gives you a percentage of a chance that he'll ever pick it up and toot off? Yes. Yes, it is. I spent over an hour on this game and I genuinely enjoyed nearly every single moment of it. I mean, take a step back and that's a really dumb thing to say. Yeah, man, this game is so fun, you want to play it for at least an hour, but for something as physically demanding as this, yeah, that's an accomplishment.
Oh,
We Fit would shamelessly steal this idea of exhausting, out-of-shape, middle-aged, balding men about 5 years later, and then realize that 35-year-old women would use it as an excuse to not go to the gym.
On me.
Thing is, though, it is still just wiggling your turkey wings at a load of shapes while Sega characters shout at you. I'm not sure I'd go as far as to say it's your new favorite game of all time. Oh yeah, PSW? That's a hot take. Is that why you went bankrupt?
Oof.
And just for fun, here's something.
Put on my red shoes and fasten at the buckles. Flex and stretch my legs, oh so supple. Call Amy, tails and knuckles. We're ready for a scuffle and feathers will be ruffled. Amy Rose is a lady that knows how to handle a hammer. She's aiming the blows. There ain't no evading the throws. With one little tap, she's breaking your nose. Tails, sails to the air like a gale. With chaos, trying to take it down to no avail. He'll scale hills and vales, valleys and mountains till we...
I'm hard. It's my nightmare fuel! What the fuck is up with those goddamn horrifying Sonic outfits? I mean, look, if you're gonna like be a very poorly disguised furry, you can at least put some goddamn effort into it. Like, if you listen, guys, it doesn't cost much. You could even go as far as to, you know, get one of the like horribly designed fursuits off of Etsy or something, or you could do what I do and actually put some fucking effort into it. Did I just give up the fact that I'm a furry? No, not a furry. That's actually footage similar. Anyway, continuing on.
You can try it home. Remember that the EyeToy is indeed a USB
yeah, I think I'm hard.
camera.
I think
In fact,
I'm aroused.
the first
Am I
batches
aroused?
of these were
No,
made by
no, I'm
Logitech
traumatized.
of
Never
all
mind.
people.
Same
so
thing. Same
if
thing,
you
but
wanted
different.
to, with the correct drivers, you can use this on your PC as a webcam with its built-in microphone and everything. Incredible.
Blood, thank you
20
for
years
following. Welcome to
old,
the stream.
still able to control video games, and out of the box, ready for your next Zoom meeting.
So with a little redistribution, we will all be more productive. See what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. What do you think, Jim?
Kenneth, you're a
I knew it! I fucking knew it! And yet, legitimately, I've been in Zoom calls with, on business calls where people have had webcams that look about as good as this.
and Sharon get in the bin.
I miss Xbox 360 gamer mics! I miss them! They're an aesthetic. Do you guys know of this one YouTuber? Or this one, like, streamer? I think they're called Barley Burr or something. Their entire gimmick is that they use a, like, it's not meant to be... It's not supposed to be a shit microphone, but it sounds like an Xbox gamer mic. But the entire gimmick is that they bought a really expensive microphone, and it ended up just being this absolute shit of a mic.
Paper towel roll.
Paper towel roll. Why can't I pronounce that?
This was
Paper
a
towel roll.
$500
There's no way
microphone,
it can
by
be
the way.
It's cute. No, it's not cute. It's a speech impediment. Paper towel roll. Okay, now I'm gonna say it faster. Paper towel roll. Now I'm just gonna put it all
Paper
together.
towel roll. Paper towel roll. Anyway, you get my point.
What we need to do is liquidate our...
EyeToy Anti-Grav. The only game I can think of where it advertises
furry,
itself
by the
by
way?
showing a
No,
boy with
you
no
don't
head
say.
jumping over his TV with his jeans falling down and his boxers hanging out. This game was made by Harmonix, the same people behind the original Guitar Hero and Rock Band. That's odd. But more
Guitar Hero, my
importantly, what
beloved.
even is this bit here? What is that in your pants, man? Why are you keeping a white rose in your trousers? Well, first things first, this intro goes hard. I am digging this style, and listen to the music for God's sake. And then after a super quick head calibration
What was this game called? Dude, this is the most replayed part in the entire game, in the entire show.
First, this intro goes hard. Guitar Hero and Rock. This game was made by Harmonix.
What do you think, Jim?
Kenneth, you're a slug, and Sharon, get in the bin. What we need to do is liquidate our...
EyeToy Anti-Grav.
I guarantee you that because of this video, everyone went to go and look up anti-grav intro. How do these, like, completely unheard of games have some of the best intros on the planet? Dude, that design, though. That's sick. What the fuck? How does this go so hard? A completely unheard of game on a friggin' eye tracker game. Yeah, it's got absolutely, it's Jet Set Radio Vibes in a nutshell. Oh my god. That screams the same energy like, I know we're going on a tangent, but like, there are so many intros to shows or games that are completely unappreciated. Like, do you guys remember a show called Heavy Gear? It was a Fox Kids show, and it had one of the most epic intros of the time. This shit I used to dance to. I used to wait for the show just to listen to the theme tune.
Look alive, gearheads! It's the Worldwide Heavy Gear Championship Series! The Vanguard of Justice versus the Shadow Dragons! Let's mash some metal! It's one big free-for-all! And baby, I'm nothing like that!
God, this is my childhood.
The world is watching!
Savage, that's because it's the same creator. You can tell, can't you? Ah, you don't get intros like that anymore.
The only game I can think of where it advertises
Anyway,
itself by
tangent
showing
aside.
a boy with no head jumping over his TV with his jeans falling down and his boxers hanging out. This game was made by Harmonix, the same people behind the original guitar. A baby and naming him Car Park.
Sorry,
and as
sorry,
you could
I
probably
had a
guess
bit of a
from the cover,
hyperfixation.
EyeToy Anti-Grav is a hoverboard game
Ooh,
that requires
dude, that
your
looks
whole
sick.
body
What the
to
hell?
make it
I would-
work.
dude, I would play that
I know
now.
what that is like. That is like other video game.
He's gotten away with it! Bringing the old switcheroo.
Sonic Free Ride.
Would you believe it though when I say that EyeToy Anti-Grav, a game that's 6 years older than Sonic Riders, on a console 32 times
Dude,
less
this actually looks
powerful than
really
the
fucking
Xbox
good. What the
360,
hell?
using a motion capture device half the resolution and lacking the infrared technology of Kinect, works infinitely better than it. Because it does. All of the ducking, all of the jumping, all of the leaning, all of the arm reaching out at multiple levels while standing or bending down, all of the arm movements needed for air tricks, all of the steering and slowing down, all of the flying with your arms held out like a dying Christ. Everything you see here not only works well, but is also reliable. The only thing I couldn't get working was how sensitive the name enter screen was, so I guess CAC will have to do. But bigger picture, look everyone, I managed to win a
myself
race.
at how cool this is.
Twice. I even got a high score on the combo trick race, and I couldn't even do one trick in Tony Hawk Ride, which had no camera at all. Caddicarus.
Honestly, this game is good. I'm speechless.
In Kakikari? Ah, why do these such niche games have such amazing OSTs to them?
Hello, Caddy. It's Joe. How are you?
I can't believe it. Look, everybody. It's my stepbrother with one leg longer than the other, Joe Lee.
This better not be a Joe Mama joke.
What are you doing here, Joe?
I was playing EyeToy Anti-Grav, but couldn't stop turning left.
Oh, bless. What did you think would happen, idiot?
It's not my fault. I just got
You know, a
here,
joke's
and I
good when you
couldn't
can't
get out
even-
of the
you can't
door
even take it
frame,
seriously
so I
yourself.
decided to try it. It's the first game I've ever played.
Well, I'm really sorry that the first video game you ever played was the only one that required you to stand upright to get working properly. But don't worry, I've got some more. Oh, he's down.
It's okay, I'm used to it.
Well done. Well, in that case, why don't we take a look at the next game, the second in the three.
Can you lift me up,
Is that Cardcaptor Sakura? I'd recognize Cardcaptor Sakura anywhere.
please?
Yo, my childhood!
Why don't we take a look at the next game, the second in the three?
Help me, step bro, I'm stuck.
The next game is the second of the 3 Japanese EyeToy exclusives, and it's called...
It is!
Clamp. I don't know
used to watch that
what
when I
it
was a
is or
kid.
what it's
Damn.
about, but one thing is
Ah, this entire video is a nostalgia bait. That you did it. You did it, Caddy. You baited my childhood. You did it. You friggin' played me for a fool.
for certain. There is EyeToy. That's a good sign. I don't know, what does Google think? Next door requires EyeToy camera. Fucking hell.
No one, and I mean absolutely nobody, does bits like Caddy.
Little does he know.
Maybe Up Is Not Jump kind of gets in a similar vibe. Maybe?
I am really into this. I'm coming over.
So here we are, and according to some research, I figured out this is actually called Cardcaptor Sakura featuring Sakura and Asbo. And usually I'm able to muddle my way through a foreign game to get to the actual game, or at least figure out the concrete base of what's going on, but I actually have no idea this time what is going on. I even managed to get into what I thought was the story mode, and after 4 minutes of waving to...
And to prove how much I loved this show as a kid, I used to sit in my after-school club when I was waiting for my mum to come pick me up, and I used to design cards from Cardcaptor Sakura, and I used to flaunt them like they were Pokemon cards. I had a very lonely school childhood.
Skip all of the voiceless dialogue I couldn't read. I got to a new menu, guessed what I was supposed to click on next, and then got slapped back to the main menu, meaning I had to start it all over again. My point is, if I've ever upset you in the past for not liking a thing that you like, here is your evidence why you should never listen to me. So here we go all over again. Another 4 minutes of skipping dialogue.
Hey guys, it's me, Caddicarus. And I'm very proud to announce my new gameplay channel, Forehead Gaming.
Yes, finally! I waved on the right thing and now we're getting somewhere. Look, it's a man with an acorn head who's too big to fit in this young girl's room, so he's sunk through the floor. And I guess he's now giving us a load of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Is this the card capturing the game is named after? I don't care. Each of these cards hosts a mini-game, and that is all that I need to know. And the very first thing that I tried out was a maze game. Great. As it goes with maze games, they are mazes, which means they're very easy to get lost in. And not only do you get
they're amazing. No? You died of cringe? Like and subscribe for me not giving a fuck.
Lost, but you have to get unlost by holding your arm extended from your body for 4.5 minutes straight while people walking by your house look through your window and start calling the local name.
Caddy! Arctoon, am I right?
Neighborhood watch. Then there's this game about smacking little pimples with ears, and this is where I discovered the best feature of Cardcaptor Sakura.
What's
it's the
that
only
quirky man
EyeToy
doing?
game
Oh,
out
no!
of all 28 that doesn't let you pause or quit, either from covering the lens completely or from a PS2 controller manual override. Once you start a game, you are married to whatever rollerblading gout you've got until you either run out of time or win the game, including this pinball game that just drones on forever until you lose all of your balls, this slot machine game that's just hitting one button and luck for a minute and a half, and especially this card matching game, which in all fairness is alright because you gotta try and match everything up while the cards get mixed up after every turn. But this game lasted me 7 minutes, 7 whole minutes of standing there and waving like a...
7 whole minutes? That could have been 7 whole minutes you could have been, that you could have used giving me attention, yeah. Just like it was the 7 minutes that I spent whispering my name into your ear whilst you slept last night. Anyway.
Grandma saying goodbye to her grandkids for the last time. Eventually, I got fed up and just decided to sit it out and do nothing, waiting for the final season of Breaking Bad to come out. Bad broke. And then the timer eventually did run out, and yet somehow I still won 3-0 after 4 minutes and 50 seconds of not doing anything. Does anybody have a little girl I can strangle? Oh, don't worry.
Guys, he made a Hitler joke literally 5 minutes ago. Strangling a small child doesn't really hold up. Like, it's nothing compared to that.
I found one!
Sometimes you just want to strangle a girl. Like me. You can strangle me. Wrap those hands around my neck and just give me that Inky, now's not the time to put your weird kinks into YouTube channel. We're being professional today.
That summer, man. I'd give anything to live it again. Take me back.
All in all, Cardcaptor Sakura on the PS2 EyeToy is the best game for you if you want to see your finger poke the head of your underage waifu.
But whatever you do, don't poke the EyeToy man.
I legitimately feel like Caddicarus could make an ARG, like a creepypasta type video, and do it flawlessly with how haunting some of his ideas are.
Hey,
you
know what I
mean?
want to know? If playing is so great, then where's Play 2? Here it is. Now I know what you're thinking. Cads, matey boy, isn't EyeToy Play 2 just 2 EyeToy Play 1s? No. Moron.
degrade me more.
It's 2 EyeToy Play 2s.
I guess the original pack-in tech demo was
But that
popular
means
enough
it's
where it earned itself a
EyeToy Play
sequel.
4.
And in fairness, this was the
2 plus 2
EyeToy game
is
that
4.
10-year-old Caddy put the most hours into. So let's see if there's anything to be saved from a man that really, really, really wants that baseball. This looks fine. Nothing wrong here.
I'm here to help you find your way around the game.
Caddy, in front of my salad.
Make sure that you can fit inside the player outline.
Like you fit in your own coffin.
EyeToy Play 2 is the same as the first game,
Caddy,
but with
do you have a-
10
do you
times the
have a-
production values, way
you
more
okay?
mini-games, way more
Do you have some
multiplayer
anger
games,
issues you'd
even
like
though
to
I'll
work
die
out?
alone, and just a slightly higher degree of polish all across the board. Which also means alongside the mini-games, we also have more of these lab experiments that you don't necessarily play, but goddamn, you just have to look at them all anyway.
No, that's God, I can follow.
It's the Cadstellation. Featuring the ceiling.
Your Caddy's so fat he's got an orbit.
The endless reaches of space. Population 1. Size pretty massive. This is the Jim Nebula, and one of the stones is here. Mound. In the planet Mound, everybody bleeds.
I mean, you discovered the planet mound. My mound's pretty habitable, I must say. Let's stop talking about my mound.
But the good thing is, the bleeding is fun. So everyone does it to themselves. And that's why there's no one living here anymore. Another planet you can visit is this one.
Bleed.
It's called Marble. In the planet Marble, everyone that's here
fuck is he playing?
has a really long-fronted cap on their head. Be careful, though. Whenever you move, you bring the icy cold reminder of ice. Then, of course, no one can forget the planet Boyle. On the planet Boyle, not only does it look like a boil, but you also boil. And then when you are done with your tour around the Jim Nebula, you get a souvenir in the form of one of those Jewish hats.
I swear I know the name for them, but hey.
So now you have a keepsake for all time. Thank you for visiting.
Thank you,
the
Caddy,
Jim
for this very,
Nebula.
very informative video.
Buy brightly coloured fruit. Okay, so to save ourselves from getting a healthier diet
Yeah, okay,
and
thank you.
looking after ourselves, I've decided to do the next best thing and just find whatever we had in the fridge for this video game. So I managed to find a yellow pepper, a tiny carton of apple juice. Where are they gone?
I don't know.
They died. They died waiting for you.
I was gonna add my wagon wheel. Oh, this is great. I have an empty carton of apple juice and a woman on a pepper. Wow, everybody. I'm invisible. Why does the mirror in the background have skin now? So how do I go high? Oh, so I have to talk to it. Oh, we actually get to play pool. I've just started and I lost. Yeah. What happens if...
Honestly, it doesn't beat the snooker games I used to play on math games. Also, do you guys remember awesome math games? They had snooker on there. I spent way too long back in high school playing snooker on awesome math games when I should have been doing my work. But that's because I had ADHD.
I dab it.
Oh, you get one in.
Yeah, boy. Oh, I like that. Oh. And now we have finished. We have finished our
That's
masterpiece.
such a cute cat.
Can anyone see what I was going for?
Cat.
Yes, that's right. It's a self-portrait.
So enough of that, let's try the real game.
Oh.
It works.
Guitar Hero.
Look, I know I'm saying this a lot, trust me, I know, but when your most recent experience of this kind of technology is the penguins of Madagascar, you find yourself saying that a lot when it does end up working. I'm more floored by just how accurately it reads your body movements, even to the top of your fingertips, which is so pixelated and indistinguishable on the camera that they might as well be a wet towel, but god damn, look at this little bugger. It's good, it works, and all it took to get here was a little bit of ethnic stereotyping.
Oh boy!
Once again, need I mention the Hitler joke you made 10 minutes ago? I don't think this really... Are you really surprised? I mean, the only thing I'm surprised by is the multi-jointedness in his legs. Oh. He's one of those aliens from District 9.
How's he gonna sound? Let's find out.
Saying that, though, I don't remember the last time I heard a Northern English accent this thick in a video game before. It's great.
Now try to save at least 3 out of 5 shots.
I'm not sure, though. That guy looks a little sauce to me. Yeah, sauce. No, not sus, sauce. He's sausagey.
Get in goal and help your team win the match.
Get in goal and tell me what to put.
Love, I've known plenty of people that talk like this, because in England we like to believe that we invented British language, but we might have well ruined it into process.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not arguing that this is high art or super stimulating, but it is very fun, can't lie. And it's all worth it when in the baseball game, after multiple attempts of playing properly and not being able to hit a single home run, you give up and do this. Or when you get a knockout in the boxing game and your action replay catches the very moment when you're in too deep and you think you're actually protecting your family from a man in the house. There's an updated version of Kung Fu, a robot monkey puzzle.
All of this just to practice for when I invade your home because you accepted me into your life by following my stream.
Game that's really fun, and then there's deeper mini games that have micro games within the main mini game, like the cooking one where you have to match up every order on the ticket correctly, but then if you run out of batches or make...
Isn't it kind of funny as well how like a lot of the like friend swap games and sort of indie games that we get these days are very much themed around this kind of thing, but with modern trappings to them.
Too many mistakes, you then have to go to micro games to create the missing ingredients as fast as possible before the day ends, all under the umbrella of a game called Mr. Chef.
Oh, sorry. You caught me in the middle of eating a sandwich.
Sandwich?
That's my name. Sandwich.
I challenge you to a cook-off.
Sandwich.
Well then...
Dude, are you just eating 2 slices of bread? At least put some butter in that thing.
I've got a bit.
Okay, how to basic, calm down. Yep, how to basic. Absolutely how to basic.
You have beaten me, but I wasn't even trying.
Honestly, you put that in the oven to roast it, that probably actually wouldn't be too bad.
There's even a really fun secret agent game where you need to stay as still as
yes, I think we found out who How To Basic is.
Possible when the searchlights are on you while solving puzzles under a time limit. Look at me go. I'm not the Burger King, I'm the Burglar King. EyeToy Play 2 is a good ride, would do it again. Even that slightly jank building game where you can't hammer nails in straight and you've got to smash a wall in.
Sell their houses to who? Aquaman?
Dude, we're only halfway
And with that,
into
Jim
this.
exposes himself as not only a racist, but a plagiarist, which is worse. He stole that bit from vastly more successful and popular YouTuber, H-Bomber Guy. And this isn't a one-off mistake. It's a consistent pattern of behavior.
The
Is there a
cameos.
car going past? Extending to Twitter, where he blatantly copied a viral tweet H-Bomb
I mean,
made.
to be fair, I know that Caddicarus, up is not jump, and I forget this guy's name, actually. I know they end up in each other's videos all the bloody time.
Word for word, and he thought he could get away with it just because he made it before me. The cur. So I ask you, please,
If Caddy asked me to collab,
unsubscribe from
absolutely I'd
Caddicarus.
accept.
Think
I'm his
twice about
sister and he didn't
everything
even
you
know it.
consume on YouTube. And Disney, Move. Disney, move. Disney, move.
Disney, move! Move! Go! Move out of the way, Disney, move! It's a national speed limit!
You're the star. The actor is you. Fun, fun, fun everywhere, as seen on TV.
Where? Oh. There.
What do we have here then? 15 Disney characters, 6 Disney worlds, 3 levels of difficulty. Expect the unexpected explosions.
Help.
Obama?
Immediately what sticks out to me about...
Thanks, Obama.
about Disney Move is just how utterly barren and empty it is to the deep, rotting, dejected core. Every single millimeter of it, from the front of the box, to the loading screens, to the menus, to the music, to the minigame backgrounds, to the transitions of still images whenever they explain what's going on in tutorials, to the font, to the inane simplicity of the minigames, to the indecisiveness of this being a black pirate or a white pirate is dull. It is so
Caddy puts out literal movie-length videos like this for our enjoyment for free.
Tired,
Who needs to go to the
dreary,
theatre?
it's monotonous, it's lame, it's dismal, and many other words that you can find in today's video sponsor, a thesaurus. I wish I had something more to say or more jokes to poke at it, but I just can't. Can you make a joke about the back of the box being mostly white space? Microsoft Word looking bitch. I'm mostly just shocked that this is from Disney and not IKEA. During the ghost catching minigame, the camera.
Expect, Caddy? This was the beginning of Disney's "we no longer give a fuck" arc, and we're phoning it in. This was the part where they realized, hey, we've got disposable franchises that we can use to garner people's nostalgia, and then put absolutely zero effort into it, knowing full well that you'll buy it just because it's your favorite Disney. Consume, you sheep! Consume!
You use and it managed to capture the essence of how I felt about the whole thing. For Christ's sake, in the Aladdin's carpet game, which simply doesn't work, I got munted by at least 7 melons and kept falling off the carpet, and yet I still won. What is this game?
Lilo and Stitch Music Band.
Lilo and Stitch Music Band? What other kind of band? Elastic band?
I'd go as far as to call it a mess, but it doesn't even spread itself far enough.
Kingdom Hearts 4 is looking really good. I'm so excited.
To leave anything behind on the mattress. It's just a nothing game. An empty, nothing game from Disney, of all people. I was expecting more from a game that was promising me that I could beat Donald Duck. Disney Move, with your Asda Smart Price box and your incorrect script.
Haunted Mansion. That's not what the words say.
I say, move.
This is one of the worst games I've ever played. Not even kidding. Not because it's incompetent or anything, but because it's just so dull and inept. It's an exhausted sitting down of a game. It's an outward breath. And I can't believe with all the resources and money that Disney have, they didn't do anything cool.
Why don't you give it to the fish monkey from next door? He'll eat it.
However, though, I do have to be fair. I kind of like...
Unexpected explosion. Hey, you with the PlayStation 2. Who? Yes,
Me?
You. Yes, you. You think you bought a video game system to play a video game? Well,
yeah, I mean, what else do you expect of Disney these days?
EyeToy Educate! You will be taught the number 4! Backwards! You will be taught octopus! You will be taught toenails! You will have material to have fun studying with!
Hail, falling for Kang Mi.
Oh no, it's another Japanese game. Get ready for a ride.
Cafe, clam multiplication table, mounting a mobile. Have trouble understanding numbers? Multiplication tables are difficult. Learn!
Oh my god, look at this. It's a 2005 Korean Christmas catalogue for the PS2. What a trip. Even though I can't understand what the rights...
I miss gaming magazines like this.
Says, I still feel nostalgic looking through this, and in fairness, even if the Katamari section was in English, it still wouldn't make any sense. Oh man, look, they even have my favourite PlayStation 2 game, Racket Clank Tool Warrior College.
You know how they say AI is the future?
This may be an educational game, but they've actually given us a story. And that is that one day, a young girl had leaves for hair, so she told her brother how great it was to have foliage coming out of your head, so he decided to push a clover out and then a book ate them. And so it's your job to complete a load of educational games within the book, like this math equations game that I am great at. It's not my
You know that you're down bad when even I'm better at math than you. Really, Caddy? Really?
fault. Numbers are different in Korean. You can also do some matching color games, simultaneous rhythm and pattern memory games, simultaneous weight and number matching games, learning the best time to take a pair of breets off the stove so they don't burn games, and games where you're navigating a maze with a monkey that uses your fetid old face to react to smacking into a rock and then relieving himself on top of a clam. I'm gonna complain about this actually. Where's customer services?
You've dialed an incorrect number. Please check the number and try again.
Yeah, you can't complain if we don't exist anymore. Reject, deny, obfuscate, completely abandon ship.
You're not Korean. Okay, I forgot that foreign countries have an area code. I'm gonna add in the area code for Korea and try again. It ended immediately. Okay, how about the Korean dialing code but without the 0?
You've dialed an incorrect number.
Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and try your call again.
Yep, can't complain if they don't exist no more. Deny. Deny and dip, duck, dodge, and dive. Made a shit game? Say that you have a customer service, but it doesn't exist anymore. Blizzard.
The new BTS single sounds great.
Are you still rolling?
Yeah.
Why did it give me 2 different responses?
There was the same number as the first one, right?
There's a conspiracy.
And that one was American.
America and Korea, one and the same.
Watch out, Caddy! The FBI are onto you. They're listening in on your calls. They're redirecting you because they know that you're trying to overthrow society with immensely base takes and the fish monkey next door, and that you're a Nazi.
Does Korea even exist? Who's to say?
You know something? We really take mobile phones for granted. Back before the days of screens in your pocket being used to see someone else's live video instantly, and that using more data in 1 second than every computer combined to get 3 men on the moon 50 years ago. This is what people had to degrade themselves to do just to be able to see someone else not in the same house. EyeToy chat.
I
the broadband
remember
communicator.
this.
Yeah, you call it
like,
broadband, but I remember
they
it.
marketed it as this like hip new thing, like, hey, yeah, no, you can finally have face calls with your other people who've spent $50 on this game. And then you realize that nobody bought it and nobody has the software and nobody has the hardware, so you spend $50 on a paperweight. Congratulations.
You go on Google Images and search for a hot lady, and then after 25 seconds of waiting, you'd see her.
God, could you imagine a cam site, like a cam girl site that's like, yeah, we got a cam girl site, but it only works if you've got this PS2 game. Yeah.
Ankle.
Sadly, all of the PS2's official online servers have shut.
It wasn't even a clear picture.
Have shut down, meaning that now this game is nothing more than an elaborate method of fixing a wobbly table in a restaurant. But you've got to respect the history, man. Look at this. You know it's going to be good when all the text is completely clear on the box except for the 3 main bullet points. And hey, even if it doesn't work anymore, at least these guys had a great time with it.
More fool on them, because they were probably paid with a copy of the game, with the copy of the software. Yeah, now you can phone the 5 other people that use it.
To reiterate though, yeah, the software itself is totally worthless aside from just looking at options menus, testing a connection that doesn't exist, and writing your name into the system. Sunk.
This is great! But enough about that.
Next up, we've got EyeToy Tales, another one of the extremely rare Korean-only PS2 EyeToy games, and the most expensive game I ended up picking up for this
Alright, how many poorly disguised fetishes are in this one?
video. So you know what that means? Yes, I'm afraid it's got to go.
Hi, Eric.
Lovely thumb.
Hello, dearie. I'm the little old lady that lives in the knee.
There is A lot to digest in this cover, for sure. And I know you're expecting me to immediately make a joke about this pig's arms looking like Wonka's, but what kind of immature cretin do you think I am? I'm not gonna make that joke. The cover already made that joke for me, because that's...
No, I shouldn't. But that's the penis.
That's just outright a knob. I'm sorry, the pig walks around on knobs. My mind isn't in the gutter. What else does this look like?
Like I said,
I bet I'm
very
the only
poorly
person in
disguised
the world that's
fetishism.
risking a YouTube age restriction or video deletion from showing the leg of a cartoon pig.
This is a fairy tale based educational tool for very young Korean kids learning English, which means 3 things. 1, I can understand it great because I'm from the place that invented English. 2, I don't need to play the minigames because I can spell.
Bomb rule.
And 3, I've got absolutely nothing I can script. The game and my reactions speak for themselves. So please enjoy, because I did.
I can already tell this is going to be great. How's the voice going to be?
Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs.
Okay, this is where you get Alucard in it.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs, and they went oink oink dead because I fucking killed them.
It's gaming in the Clinton years. George Wood, is that you?
Final Fantasy III, get it or die. Their mother told them to leave home because they
weren't bringing home girls. Their mother had also just spent all her child maintenance on swapping her hands with oven gloves.
Before they left, she said...
Before they left.
He will try to
Peppa
eat
Pig really
you.
hit hard times, didn't they?
You couldn't sound a bit more concerned, could you?
Baldy's basic
Holy
voice.
shit. Dude's got teeth right in the back of his jaw there. Whenever he closes his mouth, it eats itself. What's the fun?
I am a cloud.
Bunny?
My name is Rabbit.
No! Your name isn't. Your name's not.
My name is Inky. Hello. Self-destruct sequence activated in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, where's the cloud?
I am a cloud.
Hi, Cloud. I'm having a stroke.
Strong houses. Then you will always be safe from the wolf.
Can Rabbit talk? Oh no.
Strong houses.
So, okay.
This feels like one of those shit like preschool games that you get on the shit preschool computer. That's like the most bare bones thing imaginable. Like, this is a potato, or I would like peas.
You're reminding that.
My name is Rabbit.
Wait. So, what is it that you've got to remind your kids to do? Was it strong houses they needed? What was it?
Strong houses.
No, strong housing.
The first pig thought the straw would make a good house.
And at school, he got the worst grades.
Yeah, you know what? If you were
Easy
high,
to
if you
build a
were
house.
tripping on LSD,
Yeah,
this game would be
it is.
great.
Look at this NWA
I do not condone
shit.
the use of drugs.
to destroy the house.
Why do you need drugs when you got me?
Oh, owned. You got pwned, man. Bitch.
It's the wolf.
Not by the hair of my chin.
No.
Why does your voice keep changing?
And I'll blow your house in.
Okay,
Is it in
Squidward.
or down?
Editor, please put the Grand Theft Auto wasted sign over this, please. It'd make it far more amusing.
This is my favorite game of all time. Key word of the day. Blow.
So the wolf blew the house down and ate the first little pig.
Hang on. Okay. What?
There you go. There's the suspiciously, very poorly disguised fetish. Vor. So this game was made for me. Cool.
The second little pig thought the sticks would make a good house.
And then the pig tried to make a fireplace, and then he realized his whole house was the fireplace and blew up.
And I'll blow your house in.
How's this gonna look?
His voice changed
Go.
again.
Kill the bitch! I like the direction you're taking the story, EyeToy Tales. This is very Christopher Nolan. What's the bet I'm gonna wave on this bird? It's gonna say, "Hello, I'm Bird."
Bird.
That's even better.
Bird up? Bird up?
And so later that night, the wolf
It's
had
so
a spit
soulless.
roast. Hey kids, you know where hot dogs come from? You guessed it. The
My
three
guts.
little pigs.
And built a house of bricks.
That's a washing machine.
The pig heard a knock at the door.
So he should come from that. No, he came from there. So as a Korean boy myself, I would be really confused because the wolf absolutely knocked on the mound, and now I'm gonna forever spend my life thinking that that's a door.
It's the wolf.
Wait, what's gonna happen if I? Oh,
Hey, I am a mountain.
You sure are, buddy. You sure are. And what a majestic mountain you are and everything.
Hey, I am a mountain.
Guys,
Oh,
I
God,
think I need to take drugs to be able to watch this.
Is that it?
It's already
Was
past
the
the
only
fence.
thing interactable in this scene. The giant rock that talks like Patrick from SpongeBob. The rat. What's the rat got to say?
I am a mouse.
Meow. Meow. I am a mouse. Meow. Meow. Meow.
What? I didn't realize that Markiplier was in this, voice acting the mouse.
They are expecting miracles out of me. I have been standing here on this story for like half an hour, and I'm not doing anything active. I'm just planting myself on my feet on a flat floor. How are kids supposed to be okay with this? What can I do? Can the tree do something? Oh,
Basket. That's my name.
Hello, Basket. I'm a basket
I
case.
blew
We're
my
like
lungs
related
out a
or
couple of
something.
minutes ago.
Basket. That's my name.
My name's Rocks the Rock and Roll Clown.
Then
I
he
do
saw
cocaine.
the big bad wolf coming.
Then he saw the bad wow.
What the hell is that?
Squirrel.
That's me.
How are the apples?
I don't know. We just have a game by these people where they just name objects and animals. Why has the pig now turned into a JCB?
I am a leaf.
The one thing that the pig didn't consider. The hole in his roof.
When the wolf was coming down the chimney, the pig took the cover off the pot.
Oh, what a bastard.
The wolf fell into the boiling water.
And then you realize that pigs are carnivorous creatures that will eat anything. And the wolf fell into the pot, and the pig was like, "Ooh, dinner time." And then you realize that the people who made this had their poorly disguised vor fetish put in your face.
We see it? Oh, the real question
Omnivorous,
now
sorry.
is, do we get to have fun with this scene? We do! Yeah, burn the wolf, baby!
I would give any money if it just gives the most realistic death scream. Everything up until this point sounds like AI bullshit, but just hovering your hand over him at this point is like, "Ah! Ah! Ah!
We burn him! Burn the wolf!
I'm fire.
Yeah?
Have I just lost my shit, or did that just say, I'm fire?
And the pig lived happily ever after.
Except his two other brothers and his sad, grieving mother. The end.
Why am I playing this? This ain't no EyeToy Tales. Am I playing Doo-Doo Tales? Oh, I am. And much like the other Korean game, there's also a catalogue of upcoming PS2 games in here, like Ghost Spirit and the world-beloved Sly Cooper 2, Prayer Brothers Daijongji, which immediately follows after the first Sly Cooper, where you stole the world's joy.
Ooh. We are halfway through the complete library of
Oh my
EyeToy
God, we're
exclusive
only
games
halfway
for the
through.
PS2.
How are we
So
only
just for a little
halfway
bit of a fun
through?
aside, why don't we take a look at a game that was enhanced
Is anyone else
by
feeling
the
as
EyeToy?
lethargic
Oh
as I am
yes,
for
much
this?
like with Kinect, EyeToy wasn't afraid to shove itself into gaps it couldn't fit in because it was compatible with a fair amount of random PS2 titles that usually meant it was only used for motion-controlled mini-games in a side menu, like with Harry Popoff and the Prisoner of Cockoff, and I would love to give that one a go, but to be completely honest, this video is long enough as it is, and after the last time a Harry Potter game told me to use a camera, I should never be allowed to do that again. Sometimes the camera was compatible even just for microphone use, but occasionally, only occasionally, it was used for something truly special, like, for instance, with This Is Football.
Please tell me you get to put your face
No, it
on the
isn't.
football
Why I chose to show
characters.
off a lame, smelly football, though, instead of something more whimsical like Harry Potter, is because in the 2005 edition of TIFF specifically, the EyeToy allows you to add your face and literally
it's an
any other
ingenious
face, which then can
idea.
be used to make your own custom players within the game. The results were not as bad as I was expecting. This is
You know,
impressive.
that
Dude, you
that
are
really isn't too
looking
bad.
fine.
I remember when I was in high school, we had one of these like cameras that you could 3D scan something. And I thought it was the coolest shit ever. Right up until they 3D scanned me and I realized I was a fat shit.
Fine. Don't look at me ever again. And I tried, oh god, I tried, to make my own custom team featuring me, my childhood self, my dog, Michael Jackson, Gandhi, Mr. Beast, a bad police sketch, Jack 2, Geddy Lee, Prince Philip, and Mater. But after 45 minutes of trying, I'm sorry, I just could not make it recognize them. Look, I even managed to get away with this as a legitimate face with working eyes and a mouth, with the results looking like... And yet, despite that, no matter what I did, it did not recognize Michael Jackson as a real face, which is fair, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. I guess we'll just have to stick with these two. They are Kadink and Kadonk, and they are too good for the England team. So I'm just going to rename the England team to how it's supposed to be spelled.
Come on,
innit? Good
England!
afternoon, all, and here we
Come
go.
on!
What a day to
It's
have a football
coming
match. The
out.
sun
It's
is out, the
coming
pitch is
out.
green, and it's the
Football's
highly
coming out.
anticipated quarter-final game of the season. Wales versus England in it. Our home team boys are revved up and raring to go after their recent successful string of games ever since the manager was recently fired and replaced with an owl. But he has made the very controversial decision to hire two up-and-coming unknowns, Kadink in centre midfield and Kadonk in goal. Kadink's technique is unlike any other footballer I've seen before.
Oh my god, at first I Kadink, but then I Kadonked.
Choosing to run after the ball, ignoring all sense, and then keeping it all to himself for as long as he can, just so he can score a goal all on his own and show his mum. Maybe one day she will
I'm
finally...
not sure. Kadink looks like the kind of person that would take the ball, not realize he's in a football game, and then just run off the pitch with the ball like he owns it.
Let him make his own lunch. He's going for the goal. He's getting close. Get it in, get it in, get it in. Oh, he muffed it. What kind of kick was that? He didn't even try. Now possession has moved over to Wales as they take a pass over to our shot. And what a save by
What
Kadonk
a
in goal.
save!
A very close shave indeed. And he let it in anyway. What a massive prick. No matter though, nothing phases the young upstart Kadonk, as right after missing his goal, he got straight back up and walked around in a little circle like a sim looking for the toilet. Back on the pitch, the ball is staying in possession with Wales for a long time, and that's clearly upset the other teammates of England in it because disaster on the grass! It's a degraster! The referee has whacked out his red card for an illegal tackle from Michael Owen, who just didn't like that Wales had the ball at all and decided to do a leaping judo kick into another player that didn't even have the ball.
You know what? If modern football had more judo kicks in it, I might actually be inclined to watch.
This will certainly go to a free kick, but the punishment for Owen will not be too harsh because the guy he kicked was indeed Welsh. A successful free kick from Wales, but unbeknownst to everyone, Kadink was waiting uncomfortably close to the man the ball was aimed at, and with a flick of the wrist, the Welsh player is bowled over. And wait, could it be? Yes, it's a strike for the Welsh team!
I'm fucking crying. be my demented sense of humor. Okay, but now you need to get that animation of them rolling off like that and have them doing that weird space meme from like 2016, the dee 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 and flying off into space.
And possession is back with Caddicarus, who will continue to hog the ball until his next goal kick attempt, which wasn't even close. England in it are trailing behind on 1-0, so they need to step up. Their next strategy seems to be passing the ball back towards their end of the pitch, but it appears the losing team's patience is up because Caddicarus has left the goal in an unprecedented move, likely inspired by his fellow player Caddicarus. Caddicarus has decided the ball is now his and is refusing to pass it. He's going for a kick. He thinks he can land it in the net from here, but of course he can't. Why would he think he could? And he'll have to sprint as fast as he can back to the goal. Caddicarus has the ball yet again, and all anyone can wonder is how nobody else is getting the ball before he is. And as is tradition with all his other games prior to this one, he keeps hold of the ball until the half-time whistle, at which...
God, you know what? If British football was narrated like this and had more of this whimsy in it, I would actually watch it.
Point he gives up and heads for Tesco's. With Caddicarus absent from the first few minutes of the second half, England in it seem to be getting their shit together and actually playing the game properly until Wayne Rooney foolishly passes the ball back to who he thought was Beckham, but instead was Caddicarus, the dickless wonder. He had to leave his Tesco shop behind because he couldn't afford it without his club card, which he left in his other shorts. A dark day in the footballing world when a Premier League player can't afford a meal deal. Wales seem to be stepping up their game too, and within 2 minutes they have already tried for 3 goal shots, 2 of which were not intercepted by Caddicarus. He didn't save them, he just tried to jump towards them, and the third shot not even being good enough for him as he doesn't even try to stop the ball and tends to step back with his hands in the air like he just don't care.
Just get it in the fucking net, mate! Oh god, me wife's credit card riding on this!
Is a ball that is angry with the goalkeeper. Caddicarus once again back with the ball and appearing to perform the river dance with it, causing every player around him to just stop going near him. They can all respect the performing arts when circumstances permit. Sadly, that is it. The game is over. But in an unorthodox twist, the ref has decided that a red card means play another game right after the first. How extraordinary. And Caddicarus can barely believe it. He has turned purple. He's not breathing. So the next game will have to be at least half the length. Straight away within the first 5 minutes of play, Wales have once again proven that they can kick the ball and are ahead by 1 point, which has majorly upset the manager of England in it. Owl. Between games, the England in it team seem to have muddled together a new strategy to try out now that it's nearly half-time and they have nothing to lose. They will actually play football properly for ages and ages until everyone is exhausted from running around, and then by that time, Caddicarus can take the ball and basically walk it into the net. It's a risky move, but it's worth a shot. Is he gonna do it? Could it be now? Are the odds in favour for the underdog? He's going for it.
Is he playing the game or what?
He finally did it after 2.5 hours.
Oh, he's only gone and done it!
That was a ball that went into, yes, you guessed it, a net. Look at the elation on his face. He is about to take off to Spain, and oh, he's working the crowd and giving them the dink. He knows they all want it, and he has 18.
Oh, my Caddicarus is showing.
Dinks. A promising career is ahead for Caddicarus based on that performance just then and nothing else he's ever done. If England in it can keep up, then maybe they'll finally be able to afford some more wig glue for Caddicarus that doesn't peel off his head.
So ultimately, even though I did miss out on seeing His Royal Highness kicking it around one last time on the PS2 with his incompatible zombie face, this is one of the best ideas ever, and you all need to get a PS2 and EyeToy camera and This Is Football 2005 and do it.
Hi everyone, it's me, Caddicarus, and I'm the angriest gamer on YouTube. Ooh, Sonic 06 makes me mad.
But nobody will subscribe to me, I don't know what.
Okay, tangent over. I could go on about all of the EyeToy enhanced games for the rest of this video, but we would be here all year. We need to get back on focus and stick on the EyeToy exclusives. So, with that being said,
what's in this box?
This game is... I'm not gonna say it. It's another Japanese exclusive, and you can tell it's Japanese because it's written in Japanese. I'm pretty sure it's called Cam Station, and I would whip out my Google to see what it thinks, but no amount of words could help me understand what it is.
Thank God they got my Nightmare Fever demons into this.
Now, this is a bit exciting. Cam Station comes with everything you need for it in its own special box. Look, you get the game, you get the camera, you get a headset, you get a controller, you get...
And you get the corpse of the dead person you found around the back of the Tesco's that you found.
a PS2, you get an electric screwdriver, you get another boxed copy of Cam Station, and then in that box you get a controller, you get a PS2, you get a PS2, you get a PS2, and you get corn everywhere!
But then there's
I don't know if this is what this says about me, the fact I find this funny. The fact it's so demented and absolutely ridiculous, and yet I find it funny. This really is more compelling to my sense of humor, and I don't like it. I don't like the fact this makes me laugh.
something sad. The headset that came with this game is indeed from 2005, and maybe I just don't know much about headset anatomy, but I didn't realize that when they got to 19 years old, their skin starts coming off and they start melting. I don't know what's going on. Is it growing out of a cocoon?
And if it couldn't get any worse, for something even more sad, I was expecting to at least get to some menus in the game so I could look at more screaming golf balls and dogs that have been held hostage, but sadly, I couldn't even get past these two screens. All they did was play text pong with each other, back and forth until the heat death of all that you love. But why can't we go any further? What exactly are these tomes trying to tell us?
I can't read Japanese.
Then I guess
if
no
only
connection
I
to
could
their
get
servers.
a real Japanese person.
And you guys thought that Stop Killing Games was started because of modern games developers terminating services for games that you paid for because they couldn't be bothered anymore, when in reality, this was the progenesis for it. Also, Valen, thank you for the raid.
the room with me right now to help. Oh my god! I can't believe how lucky I am. Look, everybody, it's the world-famous singer-songwriter Japanese woman, Yoko Ono. Hello, I'm Yoko Ono. I miss John Lennon. We all do. Say, how's the music going? Oh, you know.
Damn, can we get some fan art of a gender-bent Caddicarus now? That'd be great. Femboy.
Loud. That sounds great. Can you give us a little taste? No.
So according to her, basically what these screens are is saying that we can't physically go any further with this game until we have a PS2 BB unit attached.
A what? I don't think that's quite the BB unit. And yet, the American Gun Association will look at that and say, that's an unlawful attachment. That gun's illegal.
No, not that one, a broadband unit, which I don't have. Bye. So instead, let's move on to something a lot nicer to look at. A game with two names in one, Yeti Sports, or a punchline to a joke from 1406. What did the man in the cellar say to the other man who came down his cellar and asked him if those bottles there were ports? Yee, 'tis ports. Now listen, I know it's really hard to ignore the
You really reached on that one, didn't you, Caddy?
horrible, awful British...
What is that? I mean, I know the mouth is meant to be a representation of British teeth. Because, you know, we all suffer from summer teeth because summer here and summer there.
man in the middle, but don't worry, I figured out the intent behind everything on this cover. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Is this game a shitpost? I'm actually convinced it is, not just from the cover or the title, but the back as well. The first screenshot is of a minigame with 0 points and 0 time on the counter before it even began. The third screenshot is of a nightmare during the peak of a fever, and the second screenshot is of a HD man with a look of abject terror on his face as his middle finger got cut off while playing Yeti volleyball. Don't worry, man, you won't need a finger for every game. I'm sure you can play another one of the-
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the only thing that needs fingering is a finger. Moving on.
Other 6 party games. Please sit back for a moment and observe my live reactions to the game first booting up and playing the menu music at me.
And again, you thought that Skibbity Toilet was the genesis of brain rot music. Skibbity Bob, yes. This is Skibbity Toilet. This is Skibbity Toilet. It's literally Skibbity Toilet.
Did I die? Now, I feel as though we are seriously scraping with this one, if it wasn't clear enough already. Not only do you have more and more of the exact same bull as we've already seen before, with hitting things back coming towards you, playing baseball and moving around with your arms extended, R.I.P. Big J, but it also goes out of its way to not go out of its way, and the lag across the whole thing makes playing every minigame completely impossible. Just look at the state of baseball. In the first attempt, I didn't hit the penguin at all when I absolutely should have done, but look what happens even when I do manage to hit the penguin. Playing Yeti Sports is like calling someone down for dinner and then they don't appear for a minute and a half. You make a move and then just nothing happens until the game solves a quadratic equation before doing the move. I can't give you anything else, Yeti Sports. I know you need more, but I can't provide it. I'm stretched too thin. I have bills. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, the camera looks like phlegm on toast, but it doesn't. I focused it through the game's own focus menu. Yeti Sports just does this to the camera. The game itself makes the camera uglier. Was the idea to make me look as fuzzy as the body outline here, because it is working. I look like the missing link. Look at my teeth. Why are they that color? It looks like I'm eating a mango. What have you got to say for yourself, Yeti Sports?
Now, here's a question. What do these two have in common?
They were both made from developers who were tripping balls when they came up with the concept for them?
That's right. They're video games, just like this one.
With special thanks to Nike Motion Works, here we have EyeToy Connect. Oh, wait, sorry, that's another thing. Apologies for the confusion. This mistake will not be made again. This is a game for keeping fit, and it's going to read your body movements to help you get your exercise in. I remember the last time a game told me it would do that.
Yeah, I disappeared. Mel, where have I gone?
Don't worry, though. It's going to cover all the main areas. Cardio, combat, toning, minge body. The game even comes packaged with a new fancy wide-angle lens to stick on your current camera so that it can see your whole body.
Wow.
I've got to hand it to this game so far. For PS2, it looks really good. I've played Xbox 360 games that look as good as this. It's just a shame that it's all for a game about exercise. It's okay, though. I'm ready. My name is Fit Buff. I'm 8'1", I'm 96, and I...
Ah, yes, Fit Buff. Buff Pup's slightly demented cousin twice removed from their mother's side.
Weigh 2 pounds. Now hold it. Yeah. Now, I
really,
wish I could have some fun with this in the same vein as
like
Get
that.
Fit with
This is
Mel,
supposed to be a
but since the
family-friendly channel.
EyeToy camera itself isn't quite as advanced as Kinect, it's a little limited with interacting with the world around you.
It's okay, though. Whatever the game has in store for me, I'm ready. I like to keep fit in my own time, because you see, when you...
Not to mention, this game
would have given any money if it was a Courage the Cowardly Dog scream. Yeah!
Isn't designed for fun. It's designed to be a real side companion to your personal fitness journey. And I couldn't find any way to play these minigames without actually committing to a weekly regime that only changes the activities based on the internal clock as it cycles through each day of the week.
Boring. What? Oh, that's right. He's got gingivitis. Nuh-uh.
Game. You've heard about EyeToy? Well, now get ready for SpyToy, where you can be the ultimate agent. And there is a lot to take in, but if you look at the back of the box, that's where you'll discover the game was developed by an Epson printer.
Now this is something I'll have no problem getting into. Spy stuff is my jam. You know, I'm actually a spy in my spare time as well. Egads! There I am!
God damn it, Caddy. Huh. I didn't realize we were getting some early footage of the new James Bond game that just came out. Looking pretty good.
Where did he go?
Just screams the same energy of, today is Friday in California. Huh? Shoot!
Go.
You know
Thank
the
you,
most
Caddy.
interesting part
Thank
of
you
Spy
so
Toy
much.
right out of the box? That it comes pre-packaged with a security system. You think I'm kidding? For starters, you can actually set your face as a password to get into the main game, which is sick. And spoiler alert, it does work when you start the main...
Better security systems than most of the modern phones we have. Thanks, wait, no. Motor... Nah, phones are stupid.
in-game later. Apple Face ID...
Like, literally, sometimes my phone, I swear to God, my face hasn't changed that much, but when I use facial like the facial verification system, doesn't recognize a face! Oh, that's right, I'm supposed to put it in my real face, not my V2 model. Whoops.
Too unreliable. I've got a new phone now, don't need you, and in a few years there'll be an update where you can text. Then on top of that, if you decide to stop playing the main game at any point, you can set up the camera to detect motion in specific places around the room, and the game will then snap pictures of whatever it catches. You can turn off your TV, pretend the console is off, and then take pictures of people without their consent. This is a game for kids. I suppose the idea is that it's supposed to capture your little brother or sister stealing your Pokemon cards, but my guess is that it mostly ended up catching mums picking up dirty pants all around the bedroom. Thing is though, if you turn your TV off, then you miss out on the custom alerts that you can make when it does catch something. That'll teach you. There's also this strange background removal tool which has nothing to do with
Pretty bad
spies
for the time
or
it came out.
toys. Why is this a part of the game? So, funny story on my way here to... night. If you ever wanted to take the luxurious holiday of your dreams without your wallet having a nightmare, well, here at Feces Airlines, we pride ourselves on the best holiday packages at the
Nothing
best
beats
possible
the
prices.
Jet2 holiday.
With discount rates to New York to see the taxis, Australia to see the Sydney Opera House, and Germany to see the German building. These destinations and at least 2 others are available on our website, Feces Airlines.
Dude, why does that camera
Holidays
making
that'll
look
leave
so
a
much
mark.
fatter
Onto
than
the
he
main
actually
game we
is?
go, and whenever I tried to type in my name, for some reason, all of the Russian hackers got in and kept picking letters that I just actually wasn't picking. Look, I'm not doing anything. Why is it picking H over and over again? I can't be asked to fight this. I'm just gonna be...
my system. They've hacked
It's
my
genius,
system.
really. 'Cause,
No,
like, if you're ever
not
captured or
again.
interrogated and they keep asking your name, you'll be going... and they'll just think you're running out of air when actually you are telling them your name. So they don't realise that they're getting the info they want. Wait, but then that means that they think that... Hang on, wait. Because if they think that that's your name when you're actually running out of air, then they're going to keep doing it until you do run out of... I didn't think about this, did I?
Once the main game itself starts, it's basically just a load of one-off missions involving you trying to capture man-geese that involve playing the same kinds of mini-games, but at slightly harder difficulties for each goose that you catch. Speaking of, when he was a baby, what happened? Did his uncle sit on his head? Why does he look like this?
You've decrypted these images of a French scientist.
Oh, that explains it. So this means 1 second you'll be decoding symbols with a weird
Crazy.
shape you'll need to work out how to
darling, you
turn.
look
Then you'll be
great for a
skydiving from a
20-year-old
plane to land
Frenchman.
safely on headquarters. Then you'll be defusing a bomb by timing these weird injection things into a shaky shape. Is it wrong to say I actually like this? Because I do. It's kind of fun. I'm actually enjoying this and I want to keep going. It works
good
really well and
eye-tracking
has a
game?
great style to it, but god damn, I just can't keep looking at these crims. They're
Papers,
too
please.
off-putting for me. They really freak me out. These eggs with receding hairlines.
However, I saved the best for last, because there's a mode in this game that allows you to use all 240p's of the camera.
Yeah, it turns out all this time we weren't even using the full potential
What?
of the EyeToy. This is how it looks raw and uncut.
That's not even that
And it
bad.
looks a bit better than I thought it would. The frame rate tanks, but it doesn't matter. You can even use the controller to zoom really far into wherever you point the cursor at. I saved this on my memory.
Well, I'm going to be seeing that on the inside of my eyelids when I go to bed tonight.
Card. And one day, many years in the future, long after I'm gone, somebody will find it. And then you'll have to run.
Being a spy is stressful, so I'm going to have more baby playtime with EyeToy Play 3. Oh my god, what's that? Includes mega bonus disc. Shitting yes, what's on it?
Now, for those people who are a fetus, a CD case for a video game is back when we had physical media. Yeah, back when you owned the game that you bought rather than just virtually renting it from cyberspace and then having the ability for it to be refunded at any given time when the developers decide that they don't want to fund the game anymore, making you realize that you never owned the game to begin with. Like and subscribe for Existential Dread.
I can play them again in smaller, bite-sized versions.
This is also the 7th game in this video so far made by London Studio, PlayStation's London development team, and where most of the EyeToy library
I know this
was
might be a bit of an overshare, but it is so fucking hot right now. I am sweating buckets. I haven't even done any strenuous exercise, and I am sweating. There's enough sweat pooling on my chair that I could probably make a gamer girl drink out of it. That'll be $50.
made. You know, now that I think about it, this camera was initially released for Europe only to see how it performed, hence the London development team, which is probably why most people I meet don't know what the hell this thing is whenever I bring it up. In fact, looking into it, out of all 28 games made for the EyeToy, only 8 of them came out in America. This is all starting to make sense now. I was wondering why everyone I met who hadn't heard of EyeToy was holding a Twinkie and an AR-15. What can I say about EyeToy Play 3 that I haven't said about EyeToy Play 2 that I haven't said about EyeToy Play 1? Easy. It has a face-swapping mode. Me and my fiance will never have a child. Here's a side mode about standing still.
Ew, brother!
Oh, look, vermin. What Play 3 does do to avoid feeling like the same game again, though, is pretty smart. It gives your living room legs. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. And it also gives you less actual themes of game to choose from, but then potatoes up the meat by splitting those themed games up into multiple mini-games. So, like, instead of getting bored just playing drums for a game on its own, or just playing guitar, or just playing trombone, now you're thrown back and forth between all of them at the same time in one game.
Damn,
so that you can finally be Jim and the Jims, which then also gets further split up with a bodyguarding minigame against rabid fans rushing the stage. And let's just say, my band attracts a type. The same applies to all of the games on Play 3, including the hair salon one featuring nail chewing, sports games featuring a very unfortunate pose.
No!
The Army Cadet game featuring the most rigorous of training regimes, such as copying what your friend is doing.
Seems more like monkey see, monkey do.
And even to the extent of the conducting game, featuring me in 20 years. You did great, by the way. Take a bow in the outline.
I think they have way too much hair for that.
You do have to be careful when playing the Army game, though, because if someone...
Do I have any pets? Yeah, they're called Meowmies. They're adorable.
walks by your window in the afternoon, then it looks a little bit like... I think I prefer Play 2 across the Play trilogy, but this isn't a bad casual game at all, and probably the best made Play game for the minigame centered around one player. And before you all start laughing at me for how I look in the DJ game, think twice about that, because that is bullying. We can't help how we look. I legit had more fun with the bowling game here than I did with Wii Bowling, even if I did have to look at this guy's sweaty card reader. Yes, it's more of the same. Yes, I'm getting sick of looking at myself. Yes, I still hate this little bastard's voice.
Wait!
But so what? I still had fun with it, and it works well. I don't have anything else to say. It's EyeToy Play again, but this happens sometimes. So right now, I'm going to transition over to the next game while the music I made on the EyeToy theremin plays in the background. Now here we have a total anomaly. It's a Japanese-developed, motion camera-based, PS2 only rhythm game by Namco that's European exclusive. I know it just sounds like I've made all of that up, but I promise you, I didn't. This is Rhythmic Star, and the more I look at it and the more I think about it, the less sense it begins to make. I just can't make heads or tails of it. None of this adds up. It doesn't even have a wiki page. Does this game exist? My favorite thing about the box is how the final bullet point lists some of the special costume items you can win, like vampire teeth, big ears, and even funky dreads. Why did they write it like that? Are dreadlocks more unbelievable than vampire teeth? Okay, time to line my body up with the camera. Yep, this looks fine.
Right, if you got scoliosis.
Now, maybe it's because this game was made by Namco. Maybe it's because it's a rhythm game, which are already really fun on EyeToy to begin with and work properly. Whatever the reason, I had really high expectations for this game. It just looked really cool. I thought it was going to be a new PS2 hidden gem for me. However, it wasn't. Here is my handle, here is my spout.
I'm at least happy to report that Rhythmic Star does work, and it has a decent soundtrack of licensed music, even if they are
Caddicarus?
covers. But
more like Caddicarus. Yeah.
That's where my happiness peaks. This is probably the worst rhythm game I've ever played in my life because I swear to God, it makes no sense. I tried to understand it. I played this for a good 30 to 45 minutes, but look at my face. This is not a man having a nice PlayStation. The idea is that you hit the stars as the symbols reach them in time with the music. Really pushing the boat out there, but the thing is, every other EyeToy rhythm game like this has notes appearing from the middle so that your hands can work with your brain in HR and move your body towards where they're heading in time with the music. It's easy to see what the dual notes are, the alternating notes, the long notes, and your brain can fill the gaps in on when the timing of the next few notes may appear to get you into the swing of everything. But with Rhythmic Star, I can't even make out when the beats are across the symbols. Not just because it's very unclear, but because each colored note heads towards their stars at completely different speeds. And 50% of the notes aren't in rhythm with the beat itself.
What in the background is that? Oh my god, it just looks like some Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball GT enemy that you had to fight.
At random points, you're hitting notes in time with the drum beat, then you're timing notes around the vocal line, then you're following the guitar solo at the same time as the backing vocal shouts from the crowd, then you're following the drum beat on the first and third beat, and then suddenly swapping to the second and fourth off beat with no indication, and you're figuring all of this out while following two totally different lines of beats on your left and right arm, with all these notes going to different stars at totally different speeds. I don't know what the idea was supposed to be, and I wish I could play you a part of the game with the music so you could see what I'm trying to say, but I can't because of copyright, which should really be called copy-wrong. After 25 minutes or so, I did eventually manage to get some kind of hang of it. I wanted to figure out how it worked, but it still wasn't fun. I have to ignore the flow of the music and just concentrate hard on where the hell these Christmas tree toppers are going, and if the slow yellow ones are in the center yet or are just hanging outside the hot tub with their feet in it. So to summarize, Namco made this in Japan, and then left it in Europe. Nowhere else. We must have given them a bad trade deal. Fill me up, butter boy, fill me up. Don't fill my cup. Here is a star with a monobrow. What would you do?
And here's a star with a gun!
Told you that Phoenix Games, the people who made this, and this, and this,
oh no,
made an EyeToy game.
Oh no.
And with that new
Why do those games exist?
What would you then do if I told you that the name of that game is more unbelievable than the fact it even exists in the first place? Clumsy Shumsy for the EyeToy is probably as obscure as my collection could possibly get.
This looks like the shit that AI bros will churn out with their AI slot machine and say, yeah, AI is the future, dude.
A European-only, EyeToy-only PS2 motion game made by the same people who made Finkel's World. The screenshots on the back don't even have people in them. The only thing EyeToy does is show people on your screen, and yet Clumsy Shumsy on EyeToy has no screenshots of people on—
Clumsy Shumsy? I'm about to make an oopsie whoopsie with the person who made this.
On screen!
Okay, so, we just literally booted up Clumsy Shumsy on PS2, and they've given me warning text that is invisible because of my walls. I don't know. Let's continue and hope for the best.
Oh no! You just signed away your soul for all existence.
Yes.
Clumsy Shumsy.
You just sold your
Clumsy
soul, Caddy. This is why
Shumsy
you
is a
read the terms
collection
of
of
service.
8 mini-games, all of which begin without explaining anything you're supposed to do or why you should care.
Player 1, get ready to do something. We're not going to tell you what.
All the while, it expects you and your children, no less, to fit in this outline.
Who's built like this? I need to get, like, what?
And by the way, you get to look at this in every single loading screen. Who the hell is this?
There you go, folks. The caddy provided it. Now you have to live with it forever. You're welcome.
Run. And why did they add extra graphic and shading detail to his roll pouch? Take, for instance, the quintessential game of this collection,
Truly a
Lost
nightmare.
Shumsies. A game where no Shumsies are lost, you don't need to find them, you blow them all up instead, and then you realize this is a 2-player only game, despite me already telling the game I'm 1 player on my own, because look at this packet of crisps. Nobody's going to come over to see me.
I look for no other reason than to make you uncomfortable and very conscious
and what
of your
are the
sexuality.
mini-games, pray tell? Exactly what you'd expect.
Hey kids, have you ever wanted to play Simon Says with air on your PlayStation 2? Well, we've got the game for you. It's called Clumsy Shumsy, and it stars your aunt after she got hit by a big old grape.
I will give Clumsy Shumsy this, though. A few of the games work. So overall...
That's like saying, I'll give Inky one thing. She does sometimes say words. Only sometimes, though. Does anyone else smell burnt toast?
Clumsy Shumsy is exactly the kind of game you'd expect from the same company that came up with the idea for a game called
Get ready to burn in hell. Yep, I'm way ahead of you, buddy. I would rather do that right now. What did you say? Are you saying Clumsy Shumsy shave your bum
Decade,
hair?
I think I would rather bring Long Dennis back.
How cute.
I would rather
EyeToy.
have
You
Long
think you're
Dennis
so
in this
great,
rather
don't
than
you?
dealing
Yeah?
whatever
Well,
fever
I've
this
got an
is.
EyeToy. It's really fun for your eye. Let me show you how it works.
Matt, come back here. It's okay. Matt.
Speaking of Up Is Not Jump, I swear to God, Up Is Not Jump, Caddicarus and that other guy, they're like living right next to each other just so they can do collabs like this.
I just need to talk to you. It gets to your eye. Up is not jump, more like eye is not toy.
Oh boy, we're back in the EyeToy Kinetic cinematic universe. Get ready, mates. It's EyeToy Kinetic Combat. The Spanish version of this game is very special because it isn't just combat, it's total combat, which makes me mad that we got an incomplete combat. And while I'm on one, Spain didn't just get EyeToy Kinetic either. They got EyeToy Kinetic Total Fitness. Why did we miss out, England? Until I saw these games, I didn't realize that if I ever wanted to learn how to fight somebody, all I've got to do is get fit first and then stand the other way. Fun fact, I don't own any promotional press copies of games. They're usually a bit... Yeah, but there is one that I do own now, and it's for EyeToy Kinetic Combat, of all things. And when filming this bit, I hadn't opened it yet, so I was super excited.
You know, the modern games, they tend to have a lot of really cool shit in them, along with the game, obviously. So yeah, you've got the game, and then you've got the lens adapter, I think that is. Yep, that's that there. But yeah, modern games tend to have a lot of stuff in with the promo so that they can share good social media shit, and retro games like this one don't have anything else in them other than the disc, and that's it.
Missing out there, buddy.
My life as a carpenter, there's nothing I'd rather be. I've had my tools so many long years, they're all good friends.
Am I the only person who's getting filled with some immense amount of dread watching him soar towards his fingers? Caddy, surely there was a better way of doing that wouldn't risk you becoming an amputee.
Me.
Okay, everyone, time to set your wide-angled Ring doorbell up on top of the TV. Just make sure you've got enough space in whatever house you live in to see every single part of your body with no other objects around you. You know, like this lady, who lives in a house that we can all relate to. This is the everyman of houses. And if you don't have a house perfectly tailored to the fitness program, then you're just a pleb who probably looks like this. You want to hear the saddest part, though? This is exactly the same game as EyeToy Kinetic, and I will not have any slag tell me otherwise. The only difference here is that you've got more ways to play all the different fitness games because you aren't committed to a weekly schedule, but it's still the same kind of idea, just with more murdering endangered panthers. The biggest issue, though, is that it really does require that you play the game not from your house, but from an empty jet plane hangar, because there is no reliable way to punch and kick in a regular-sized space. Oh yes, we're kicking on EyeToy now, and it only took 22 games to get here. They want you to be proper and accurate to the teachings, but how are you supposed to do that when the best camera position you can get can't reach your feet and makes your target 1/3 of the size of you? You're so tall, they don't measure you in feet, they measure you in legs. And when it works, it is impressive how accurate it is, granted, but when you're screamed at to punch, kick, and avoid attacks by moving as quickly as you can, it's just not feasible in a British house.
Yeah, to the Americans out there, the average British house that you spend $2 grand a month on is the size of a shoebox. We don't have the luxury of space here.
It became easier for me to stop listening to the angry trainer and just stay hunched over. Hey, it worked, and I don't see you making it work, so who's the laughing stock now, hey?
Psst, over here.
Oh, hello, burnt peanut, slightly disheveled cousin.
Do you want to buy a wife?
You good, Caddy?
What's next?
I'm ready now. I guess it was only inevitable, but I'm surprised it happened
I'm
so
about
late
to act
anyway.
up.
Here
Caddy
is
bent over
EyeToy
saying, I'm
Plays
ready now.
Sports.
Well, I'm ready too.
And at very, very first, I thought I was in for a grey day, because in the one-player menu, I could see only 2 games to play. Very clever, EyeToy Plays Sports. 1 game less, and you would have to call yourself EyeToy Plays Sport. Luckily, though, my fears were put to rest as soon as I booted up this golf game and realised that you have to win mini-games to win golf. And then my fears came flooding back once I saw what they did to my lovely face. So yeah, what you actually do in this one-player golf game is choose whether or not you want a hard mini-game for a longer shot or an easy minigame for a weaker shot. Risk versus reward. And I say minigame, but honestly, this is more micro games. It's EyeToy WarioWare.
Hello, thank you for following.
There's no time to rest. The games change up every few seconds and they barely last 10 to 30 seconds on their own before you make your next move. So take aim, jump up, and bowl over. Catch the baseball, serve the tennis balls, save the goals, bounce the ball, break the sticks, avoid the sticks, string the racket, hang the gliding, spot the correct horse that won the race, do the math. Alright, no time to stop here, so get off your pudgy ass and move it. Come on,
you got
let's
this.
go. That
You
McDonald's isn't
you've
gonna
got
shift
just the right
itself.
amount of
You've
brain
gotta
cells for
go,
this.
go,
Come on,
go.
Caddy, you can do it. Loud noises. It's thrilling. Loud noises. Adrenaline. Excitement.
Oh, don't go in there. If you want variety, then this is the EyeToy game to go for. It's everything that made the other in-house developed EyeToy games fun and working, but now with much more to do and in much more manageable bites. Can we just take another second to notice how surprisingly well this thing works despite being 20 years old?
Wow. Isn't that crazy? Something you could say about me. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how well I work, considering I am redacted old? At least I like to pretend I am.
Sorry, I don't want to say that I was right, but I was right. This thing is better than Kinect so far. It works better and the games are more fun. Yeah, I'll die on this hill. The only thing—
Look, just because something works doesn't make it fun. I work and I'm fun. But that's a rare and not anomaly, okay? Working and fun are not synonymous with each other.
Things that make it worse are when people don't know how to make a game. It's not the camera's fault. After all these years of neglect and fading from memory, the EyeToy is legit really good for the time and is still pretty fun now. There's nothing it can do at this point to make me not— Bob the Builder was released on the EyeToy in 2007.
Bob the Builder, can he fix it? No, it's fucked.
And alongside BioShock and Halo 3. Are we ready, everybody? Bob the Building. He's a building. Bob the Building. Oh, no. This game was—
What the fuck? I mean, okay, you know what? Considering he made several Hitler jokes at this point, several Nazi jokes at this point, a 9/11 joke just kind of fits, right? I guess we did not see that coming. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna get banned again. It's been a good run, guys. I'll see you in a week.
Made by Blast, who, if you know your PS2, should be a very familiar name to you for their vast library of games that 99% of which are the worst reviewed on the entire console. And now they've got hold of your kids. And you wouldn't think that the game would need much of an explanation, but Blast Entertainment certainly disagree, because here you have a manual thick enough to explain the basics of Magic the Gathering, just in case you need to learn the best hand possible for laying plywood and bricks. What is the necessity for this? This isn't D&D, it's B&B. Building and Bobs. Right, so we've got splash animations, we've got Blast, we've got Hit Entertainment,
Red, thank you for the follow.
and we've got the Bob the Builder logo, and we've got— Dark days have fallen on the Bob household.
Oh, imagine being a kid who buys this at the ripe old age of like 7, or your parents get it for you. Oh boy, I can't wait to play the fun, whimsical game of Bob the— Is that the demons of my soul coming forth to claim me?
Warning, Bob the Builder uses an autosave feature. Is that what's written on his contracts before he gets a job? But just be careful, everybody. Bob uses an autosave feature.
Just in case it wasn't clear, This game is for young children, and because of that, I have to do one of two things. Cut my legs off, or point the camera at the ceiling to pretend that I am one. Okay, sorted. So what now?
He's a Lego
Should we hang out with
character.
T-Pose the Scarecrow? Should we wake up Bob before he runs down a deer? Or should we begin the game, where the story is all about that one time Bob had a seizure on the building site? At the absolute least, though, it is good to know that you can use all of the training you...
In fairness, at least it's the good old Bob, not the absolute nightmare fuel that was the reimagined Bob the Builder of the modern year. Like, tell me you've seen anything of anything more disrespectful than what they turned Bob the Builder into. Look at this! Look at what they did to Bob! Look at him! What did they do to my Bob? What is that? That's disgusting! Bob used to be round and happy and cheerful. Now Bob's fucked. Bob's unfent.
You learn during the game to trade in your high scores for a real-life construction diploma. Let's begin the story mode then, and the story is that we are a builder and we're building a house. So naturally, the first mission is to
Gentrified
catch
Bob.
fish.
I've promised her that we'll catch it.
Yeah, alright, yeah, I'll wave over the fish to
This is a pretty unfair place to begin, if you ask me. What kind of back-end stab alley school did we come out of that the first thing they expect builders to do is angling? Welcome everyone to day one of training on how to be a doctor, and the very first thing I want you to do is a backside 180 tray flip off this man's head. Make sure you don't grab the trash though, that's not a fish, that's a boot, and it goes back in the water where it belongs. Taking it away is stealing. After all of that, you then get a cutscene going off into the next mission, showing off Bob and his wife's reptile telepathy.
Great! I love sports.
But he needs to know if you can start right away.
Don't worry, I'll go back now.
I think the only show that had a worse readaptation made for it was Captain Scarlet. Like, original Captain Scarlet, puppet motion. Puppet motion at its finest. Like, you know, it was of the time. Beautiful, amazing, I love this. This was my childhood. It was charming, it was endearing. It was of the time. And then... You are not ready to with what they... Look at what they did to my boy. Look at what they did to my boy!
No obvious signs of trauma. It's too late. We're losing him.
Dr. Gold! He's alive!
Impossible. You are...
Ew, brother! Ew! Oh no, he's reaching for my pussy!
Go and speak to him. The others can follow along.
So yeah, if it wasn't obvious, the next logical step of a builder's life after fishing at 6 AM is then quad biking through the countryside and driving into fallen trees.
Okay, that one hurt a bit.
Oh, did it, baby?
This game is exactly the same as that SpongeBob driving one from ages ago, but the thing driving moves slower.
Check me out!
Shit me out!
Which then makes the game harder and slower. So, screw me, right?
Captain Scarlet, dun 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 dun.
Who decided that should be the voice of a quad bike?
Another cutscene plays here, and this is where I decided off camera to expose my fiancée to the eldritch horrors of the modern CG Bob the Builder remake.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one that finds it horrendous!
Have you seen the CG one?
No.
Oh my, look it up on your phone.
I don't know if I want to.
Oh, I want you to. Remember I told you to look up what a Sibian was? Well, now I'm telling you to look up CG Bob the Builder. It's just as bad.
Oh my god.
Yup. I'm glad I wasn't the only one who was outraged by this.
Alright.
Same brain cell.
Like normal
And Caddy, this is why you and me need to work together. We could make some amazing stuff together. We're both as traumatized as each other.
Yeah, he's a regularly proportioned man. He's gone from Bob the Builder to Bob a Builder.
The next minigame is washing cars. Very important building work.
This is how most of our jobs start off.
Most of your jobs start off apparently by doing some fishing and quad biking. What are you talking about? We're on like level 6. When are we going to do some actual construction work? Like he's doing and loving it. Loving life. My name's Bob. I love my job.
The next step in the building process is then not building, as all of the farm vehicles have decided to steal everyone else's supplies, and it's our job to sort it all out and swap around planks of wood and cement.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah, you
bastard.
You know, what's the point of your kids wasting their time doing all of this when you can just send them outside and have them do it for real? By the way, where the hell is Bob, the man who the game is named after? I saw him one time ages ago, and it was when he was quad biking away from everybody. I think he realized that was more fun than
It was his
bricklaying.
only way to get out of the
Story mode, a
situation.
psychological exploration of Bob's midlife crisis. Sadly, there's no time to think about that though, because we
Shodan decided that Bob deserved an escape from this reality. He deserved to become a real boy.
finally, after all this time, get to do some building. By scaring crows out of a field. By the way, he says he just needs help because he can't do this alone, but then the whole time you're doing this, he doesn't do piss.
Why aren't you doing anything?
Spud's on the job.
Tell your friends Spud's in the market for another job. He has qualifications.
And so now.
You want to know why he needed help? Because he knows that you would make a better scarecrow because you were outstanding in your field. Shut up. Shut up. I thought it was funny.
After all this nosing around,
Come on, admit it. You laughed. You laughed.
We're doing building, people. We're doing building. Yeah, let's go.
It's time to put some steel girders down. Yeah, and that's not all. The most exciting bit is yet to come.
The next stage is laying the bricks for the walls.
Yeah!
But I've spent the first year of my construction university course being wicked on a bike and fishing. How do I lay the bricks? I checked thoroughly through Bob the Bible and I couldn't figure it out.
Here's Wendy and Scoop to show you how it's done. See?
Wow!
Oh, that's how you do it.
This is one of my favourite
All you need
jobs,
is a fade
and also one of the
transition.
most important. Without floors, we'd all be standing around in the cellar.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Putting the floor down
He's
is
out of
very
line,
important
but he's right.
Because if you don't have a floor, then you'd fall in the through the floor.
Good job.
Good jobby. What a fine
Proper
jobby
job.
that
You've
was.
done just enough to
Bob
earn
the
minimum
jobby.
wage.
Can he lift it? Bob the jobby. He's got a bag.
The building is over now. It's time to clean up and get out of there before the feds arrive. So make sure you're quick and follow the imitation cut-out cardboard Bob as he drops all the rubbish out the windows.
I'll move in that direction.
I don't know about you guys, but after all this time watching this, I'm not sure if I'm being convinced or deterred from getting myself an eye tracker. I think what I am being convinced to get is a therapist, though.
Make sure I'm direct. Please do it quickly. I don't have long. Bob! Why did you give me sentience, Bob? Why couldn't you drive the bloody digger? Why did I get a brain, Bob? Yeah!
It was also during this particular minigame that I had an epiphany on the lore of Bob the Builder.
What I've noticed, honey, just now.
Yeah.
Bob the Builder's theme tune, right? It's Bob the Builder, can we fix it, right?
Yeah.
They never ask, can they build it? And I know that sounds like a bit of a nitpicky thing to say, but if all they do is fix stuff...
Are they going around breaking things? Yo, MatPat, get in here! We got a deep dive for you to get into. Bob the Builder, can he fix it? No, because Bob the Builder is a arsonist who goes around destroying everything, plagiarizing people's work in order to plant his subversive tendencies to overthrow society. Creepy.
Does that mean that they build it poorly and they have to fix it, all the shit that they end up building? Who was the builder before Bob?
And with that, the story mode is complete. So what was the story? We did a day's work and 20% of it was building. That was the story. But like all great stories, there's a sequel. And so we move on to Bob the Builder
not
2,
another one!
Potholes. Yes, we're not quite done yet because Blast wants us to fill in more than 10 potholes of the village roads in less than a minute before we leave the game and never come back. And I know that sounds excessive, but I lived in a village for 11 years and this is the most accurate depiction of real British life I've ever seen in a video game, including
Except not really, because there's more potholes on British roads than you can count. And if this really was factual, why is it that whenever I go out driving in England, I end up with no suspension?
cement mixer with eyes.
If my loved ones are filled the pothole in, they'll never find the body.
I think we better try again.
Why? We got 3 stars, you bitch!
And that's it. The whole game is finished. In 19 minutes. And what's your reward for all of that hard work and cup of soup lunches in the van while reading The Sun?
Sing along now.
Oh no. Oh
As
no, please
loudly
no!
as possible.
I am
Ironically, he tells me to
in my
sing along as
chair.
loud as possible, and then they play the theme song, which is then like 10 decibels quieter than the rest of the game, and I can't hear it.
It's also worth mentioning that the theme song is the only background music of every minigame in the story, just at different speeds. And the full vocal theme you get as a reward at the very end of the game is the same full vocal theme you get at the very beginning of the game on the main menu.
He has seen the sins of humanity.
Unexpected item in bagging area.
As a quick aside for a second, do you want to see how little the demand for EyeToy was by the time this lad came along? I got this game, brand new, sealed, for £3.99. And that was not the only one. Monkey Mania, Antigraph, Spy Toy, Clumsy Shumsy, Kinetic Combat, and now this were all sealed with the original PS2 plastic and were mostly all dirt cheap. The thought that there is just a warehouse somewhere filled with unsold sealed copies of Bob the Builder on EyeToy is enough to keep me awake at night, but I'd rather think about that than hear that theme song again. Build the Bobder. He's not built yet.
In German, it's Bob. It's like Bob die Meister können wir das schaffen. You can't speak German without sounding angry. Ich habe einen Gusterig, schnell und habe.
Build
Anyway.
the Bobder.
How do we do it?
Okay, then we're coming up to the
Wait,
last
I just said something out of my chat and I just assumed that what they said was like actually correct. For all I know, I just said racial expletives in German. Public service announcement. Never read languages you don't read in your chat. You never know when you're about to call someone an obscenity.
of games made for the EyeToy now, and man, I wish I could say that it didn't feel like it. Thomas the Tankin Dankin. But be warned, don't you think about selling it separately now. They're watching you.
Personally, I can't wait, because the back of the box is telling me the main goal of the game is to get safely home to a shed, so sign me.
Well, with the way Thomas the Tank Engine is taken in the modern year with everything, I'm led to believe that Thomas the Tank Engine is an eldritch nightmare.
Yep.
Do 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 do.
Choo choo.
Do 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 do.
Roger me, Thomas.
Hey, you know what kids like? Ice cream, Happy Meals, The Wiggles, eating stones, and videos with no background music of a train with a face.
Thomas had never won a prize before, but he was determined for that to change.
It's the music.
Thank you, Ringo
This is a
Starr.
very lonely game.
Right, fair enough. So I gotta put myself in this outline so that the game can see nothing but my forehead.
Why is the fat controller not shaded?
What?
He's
Do you think they can afford shading?
He's just like a 3D modelled shape.
And shortly after losing your mind over Roblox fat controller, you get your first task of this train racing game.
The engine's faces are all mixed up. Can you put the right faces on? Sorry, everyone, said the fat controller. I tore off Thomas's face. And then I lost it. Can you help
I
us,
was on a
giant
bender
baby?
last night and I mixed up their
Hiding
faces.
behind
It
the
was immensely
shed.
painful for them.
And just when you think it couldn't get any weirder...
Alright, which face?
But don't worry, if you can't remember beat for beat which face belongs to which coloured steam train because you have a mortgage, it doesn't matter, because the game just tells you what face to choose.
It needs to be played. Yep. See, this is what Thomas the Tank Engine has become. Thomas the Tank Engine is no longer a like cutesy kids show. It is the basis of memes everywhere. You cannot have a game anywhere that has not had Thomas the Tank Engine modded into it, whether Thomas becomes a dragon or whatever else. Or maybe Thomas the Tank Engine takes the place of the spider in Resident Evil 9 or what have you. Or you get a spoof parody made from Choo Choo Charles. Yeah, you guys remember Choo Choo Charles? Yeah, so do I, and I wish I didn't.
You win.
The story is that we're a train, we left the shed, and then our face fell off.
Next up, we've got to paint all of the engines because some unforeseen force ripped their skin off from 5 minutes ago. It's a paint game. You paint. Go nuts, Da Vinci.
2, they're 4, they're 6, they're 8. Shouting violence, lots of hate. Red and green and brown and blue. They don't care, they're after you.
Okay then, so the next thing we've got to do in this
main
racing
villain
game
is voiced by
is
Thomas
go
the
and
Tank
get a load
Engine.
of coal.
No,
You
you're
help
lying.
Load up Thomas with enough coal for the. Wave your hand over the pulley.
You help load up Thomas.
Ah, well, at least if we're not literally
Oh, I
racing
know,
in
Zero,
this
we
racing
watched it,
game
we
yet,
watched it.
the train should be racing to get his jobs done before it, right?
Oh, this is why we don't use tank engines anymore. Where's Thomas the Japanese bullet train? Is that really what we're doing?
You good?
Hopefully the quality will jump back up as we head over to the Play series again with EyeToy Play Astro Zoo, the first game I've ever seen that confirms my belief that children are animals. And I'm sure you're asking the same
we all knew
question
that
that
already.
I was. What is an Astro Zoo?
I know.
Oh, okay, so it's a zoo in
Yeah, you got-
space.
can you share
and the
some of that,
story
Paddy?
is that
I
that's
think I
a
need
bad
some.
idea. So you've been sent up to fix it and stop the animals from suffocating and being sucked through a hole in the ship. This is yet another EyeToy Play game. It's the 5th one made by the same people, so you know it's going to work well.
I'm really glad I didn't plan for anything else after this, because if I did, I would have been late ages ago.
But you also know what kind of games to expect. You know that you'll get points for beating the shit out of a squirrel. It's par for the course at this point. What's that? We've got to squeeze a satellite out of a choking snake? Yep, nothing out of the ordinary
Oh,
here.
hi,
Oh, don't
Scar
worry about
from,
me. I'm just spanking the dangly bit of a shark. Just
Jungle
another
Book.
Monday. I love Mondays. Quick, run after the crocodile before he gets into the captain's cockpit and eats his cockpit off.
Wow, how lucky am I? It's a brand new day, and there's no more EyeToy games for me to play.
Shut up. Caddy!
Uh-oh, I forgot. There's an EyeToy game in the sea!
EyeToy Play Hero. The first game I've ever seen that can swim, and also a game about a little boy who's holding a sword like this. Are you attacking someone with a sword?
Whoa, it's Minecraft!
Or stirring cheese. And that's not the only odd thing going on. Look at the box the game comes with. What on earth is in here? A rolling pin. What cool stuff is in this box? Well, an EyeToy camera.
I mean, that looks pretty cool, though.
A sword.
Back up a second. This box has a sword in it. No, it doesn't. It's tiny. God, if you manage to get a full-size sword into this box, then my name is... The box didn't say it came with the boy.
And as it turns out, I was right.
Well, it's on the box, therefore it comes with it. Otherwise, it'll be false advertising.
Here's the sword. How much more uselessly miniature could you be? This isn't a sword, it's a toothbrush. Well, hey, at least it looks kind of cool, and it glows in the dark.
It's alright though, I do get it. You give a monkey an axe and suddenly you're in a wheelchair. You don't want to give an excited child a giant club to swing around. So with that being said, why is it that this foam sword that bends smacks shit harder than a snooker ball in a sock?
Well, you see, as somebody who knows a lot about spanking and getting spanked and giving people spankings with certain implements, it's dependent on the material and the rigidity of said item. Things that are used to inflict surface level tension pain in that form are needed that way, because if they were rigid, they would be more painful than the tingly sensation you'd otherwise get. In fact, most PVC and latex-based spanking implements are designed in such a way to bend and deform slightly to actually impart the most amount of pleasurable pain. And it just so happens that sword is made out of a very similar material.
This can do... Ow.
Don't have any green objects on screen, don't wear green clothes, and don't play in overexposed light in a green tinted room.
Caddy, you could have at least worn boxers. My guy, your fucking... Your kadonk is showing! Your kadonk is showing!
Oh no, the Black Knight has invaded, the food is gone, and the villagers have gone feral. But don't worry, because if anyone can help us, it's Caddy, the frumpy knight. And he has a magic sword, which you don't know how to use, so you're guided along by this gentleman.
That no good warlock imprisoned me in here to help him steal all the stones of Illustria.
And I don't want to make judgments about this guy or start throwing around accusations without any evidence, but let's just say his favorite part of Leon the Professional is Natalie Portman. This magic sword, by the way, for all intents and purposes, is a lightsaber. So if any of you out there felt like your hopes were dashed by Star Wars Connect, well then get this game because it's 10 times better, 10 times more responsive, and you're holding a physical object you can swing around like a true hero.
Those kids think they are pretty cute.
I knew it. Sure, there's a little bit of lag, and yes, this is an entire game just about swinging a sword and holding it in certain positions. But goddamn, it's a game about swinging a sword and holding it in certain positions that works great.
Stage and scream.
Oh my god, you're right!
Oh,
sweet Jesus!
Old, bald, sad like a zoo gorilla?
What? No, not like a zoo gorilla.
Oh god! Oh god, Peter Pan! More like Peter Drugs. Peter Midlife Crisis. Peter, I had one too many Tootsie Pops. Ugh!
Great, and makes you feel really sad. What more do you need? There's duels, there's horse riding while cutting down trees, there's arrow guarding, there's apples. You know, aside from the... This is yet another well-made EyeToy play game. If you want to take anything away from this video today, at the very least know that if it says EyeToy play on the box, then it is part of that series.
But you know what you can do to make it better? Attach the game bundle box to the sword to make it longer. You know what's even better than that? Another sword. And another box.
You know, Snap was never the same after the Rice Krispie Wars.
And with that, we've made it. The final game ever made for the
guys,
PS2
here, pay attention. Lock in. We're almost through, guys. We're almost through. Just lock in for one more. No!
If there is one thing that EyeToy Play Pom Pom Party proves above anything else, it's that I'm not funny. Which I already knew, but now it's an indisputable fact.
Save
because
the worst
this
for
game,
last.
not only being the final EyeToy exclusive release before it bit the dust, but also coming out the same year as GTA 4, Metal Gear Solid 4, and Dead Space, is a joke that I am just unable.
So what with Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out, are we gonna get the EyeToy 3?
To make up myself. It's also one of the most progressive games of the time, not because of all the race inclusions on the box, but all the species inclusions. You've got girl, fish, 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 and fish. That's not the only interesting thing about it either, for deep within the kitchen sink U-bend copper piping box is not only the game, but 2 EyeToy branded cheerleading pom-poms, which are now unironically the coolest things I probably own right now.
My name's Savannah.
Oh, they sink you, Caddy. They make you look so fabulous. Dude, I would have rocked the shit out of those. But better yet, I would have put them in my hair to make me look so anime. Play, queen, play! You know what this game lacks? The sword game had at least? It's called substance. If I wanted to shake my arms around and be all coy and gay, I'd go to my local gay bar. At least if I shake my arms around there, I'll get laid.
Oh
It's the Rozzers. No, wait, no, stop. Just end game. Stop filming me. Quit. Why? You're not quitting. There's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. I can like this stuff. It's fine. Look, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not hurting anyone. See? Look, I don't need. Look, see this box here? Don't need it. See? Check this out. Watch this go. I'm not the one with the problem. You're the one with the problem. You think this is weird? Well, you know, there's no box anymore. Like, what are you gonna do to me with that? No evidence. There's no trial.
Honestly, surprised Caddy even has a house to live in
And that was the
anymore.
EyeToy.
No, it's not.
So even though
No,
for
it's
the
not. You always put one extra at the end.
majority, this modest little PS2 camera kind of fell over and died and farted on your mum. Its legacy and impact can't be understated, especially for just silly, fun, casual console games. By 2008, it sold over 10 million units. It predated the Wii and Kinect. I can confidently say it does work more consistently than Kinect does, at least, and it needs to be remembered, if for no other reason than how fun it is to experience Sega soup. We have been through its entire sordid catalog, and even though I do find it sad how most American friends of mine either barely remember it or just don't know what it is at all,
You know, sometimes it's okay to forget. Sometimes you want to make space for more important things. Sometimes you just want to free up the bandwidth of your brain to focus on what truly matters. Like committing unadulterated amounts of crime. Gay crime.
I'm happy at least knowing that when I was a kid, 90% of people I knew of were talking about it or owned it. It's such an odd anomaly, not only of PS2 history, but video game history as a whole, especially for the region differences. It also lasted way longer than you'd expect. If you wanted to, you could even use this blurry old minger for taking pictures in the original little bit panel for PS3. I built my own level with it.
This better not be Nightmare Fuel. This better not be Nightmare Fuel. Ah, it's Nightmare Fuel, perfect! Just what I was hoping for.
And that's not all. I mean, look at how the
Hey, Billy, can you get my therapist on the line, please?
first PSVR worked for PS4. To track where the headset was, it used the PlayStation camera, which was an update of the PS3 PlayStation Eye, which was an update of the PS2 EyeToy.
What you are realizing now is what I said earlier. VR systems are an extension of these. If we didn't have the EyeToy, we wouldn't be able to get boinked in VR chat by a big strong femboy with a horse cock. Not that I know what that's like, but anyway.
EyeToy, eye, camera. Why did they gouge it out? I'm so sorry you lost your eye, PlayStation.
It's okay, I've learned to live without it. I've got other ways of knowing you're there anyway.
Oh yeah? Like what? Oh no! It's the PlayStation nose!
Subscribe.
Wait, that's how he ends it? Oh my god. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we did it! We got to the end of this whole ass video. I want to say this is probably the longest video he's ever made, but I'm not willing to go through the test of trying to figure that out. Well, guys, if you... I need a drink. I am not sober enough for this. Holy shit. We've only been sat here watching videos, and I'm not sure whether it's the heat wave we have currently, but I'm exhausted. I am exhausted after watching this. Good lord. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. If for no other reason, you should, if you have the means and motivation, like and subscribe for my mental well-being, and, you know, check out these videos that Billy is putting up on the screen for you for the moment, because he seems to think you'd like them. And with that, I'll see you guys whenever I see you. Which is right now, because I'm staring at you from your eye tracker. I'm in your webcam. I'm in your webcam. I'm in your webcam. I'm staring at you. I'm staring at you. I'm staring at you!